right now on the tap for STAK. We're not going to give them any more time.
We have
2
you see what
o'clock and 15 seconds.
You see what I'm getting at though? Cue outro music, and then it's just like bang, we're out at the outro music, man.
Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy the nice weather outside. Hope everybody has a good time. We'll see you guys bright and early back Monday morning. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take care, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. I actually like the first poll. I mean, I don't know. You got the kibosh on that one.
What was the first one?
Oh, well, should Treef shave the mustache?
Oh, is that what it was?
Inquiring minds wanted to know that. I mean, SpaceX in 100? Like, that was an interesting poll on opening day.
Yeah, like right now it's a...
Like right now...
Guaranteed.
Really, do you know SK Hynix is down 8%?
SKHY? SKHY.
8% for SK Hynix.
Yeah, down. Yeah, I mean, that's just another one of those like crazy ideas there.
But I think if you would, but I still think if you had been like, okay, when it was at 200 or when it revisited 150 and the top was 200 something, that would have been an interesting one. Like which direction, like how far are we going? But like look at the trend on SPS and try to ignore this silly teal line. Unfortunately, like there's some weird old data going back into whatever. Maybe there was like some old ticker. I don't think there was. But 100 seems almost inevitable. Like you're just not getting very many up days at all. So yeah, SpaceX and $100. I think they've got a date with that number.
Well, it's 12% from here. What's the price of it?
It
did touch.
I was just there.
1150 today or something.
Yeah, it hit it's exactly. You hit 111. So
it's at 113.
There you go.
So you got to go down about 15% from here.
10%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's close. By the end of the month, it could be. It'll be close.
I think so.
I think it will definitely be close. But as you guys are watching this, we want to remind you all that we are now seeing again more updates out of Orogenics. The ticker is OGEN on the NYSE American. The company now has activated its phase 2A clinical trial in Australia, with its first site fully operational and patient dosing expected next. They're developing ONP-002, an intranasal treatment targeting concussion and mild traumatic brain injury, an area where there are currently no FDA-approved therapies. Alongside that, Orogenics has spent the past year strengthening its balance sheet, raising capital, resolving liabilities, and restoring exchange compliance. The focus now shifts to execution, with clinical progress underway and additional CNS assets under evaluation. We want to say thank you to Ogen for their sponsorship over here. I guess I forgot that I had an Uber out over here. I'm just going to, well, whatever. I mean, my stop was going to be O's here at 169, but I don't know if I like this trade. I think we'll try to offer out here at 06 and get out, but we will put our stop just in case it breaks through and we do not get our fill there over at 06. But okay, there we go. You got a little dark pool print there. We are out now at 06. But yeah, I wanted to try Uber while during the break there on this level. Oh, I have another bad beat that I want to show you guys on PLTR. There it is. You know, breaks and then rips. So, you know, right here we take another fill at 123.06. We get out at 89, so we take a 15-cent hit, only to watch this thing rip over $1 into the money. But those are the kind of trades that I'm going to be looking for moving forward. And I think we got a decent one in Amazon. Here we shorted it underneath the 50-period moving average, underneath the 25. That started to work. All of a sudden it ripped against us. I let it. I didn't even have a choice. It ripped right through there. And then we played off of, again, 234. So now we're starting to get a little lower now on Amazon as this trade continues to work out for us as well. But I'm just hearing now AWS announcing Cloud Opus 5 available on Bedrocks now, so one of their platforms. So I'm going to punch out a little bit more here just in case the Claude story starts making its way, and if for some reason it's a positive note there, but we'll punch out a little bit more. As we're getting less and less, man, we only have 20% of that trade left. Today's been an absolutely fantastic day if I minus Intel. You know, I even tried it again right there, and just cuts. Like every time I'm stopped out, it's like stopped out by a couple pennies, and then the move happens. But here we actually got as low as 94.99 there. I stopped out at 94.25 off a 95.25 off of a 95.50. So I was only 25 cents worth of risk. But yeah, good bounce off 95. I think Intel might be cooked right here to the downside, not breaking the 200 period and nowhere near VWAP. So Intel, an exciting one there today to say the least.
He kicked the crap. Like the two top things on the, actually I think AMD was number 2 on the watch list. But anyways, Oracle and Intel,
Oracle, yeah.
like sort of let off the watch list. Oracle with that government contract, and obviously we talked about how that wasn't that big of a deal. We just asked Big Bobby Top, what are your thoughts on the Oracle launch?
Big Bobby Top.
The difference,
What's up, Big Bobby Top?
difference between Oracle and Intel, I think, is the quarter unquestionably was a good one for Intel. Whereas I don't really know anybody that didn't look at that Oracle deal and immediately say, for how much? Or for how little? Because it was just too small. Like, it wasn't really enough money. It was like $700 million a year, and it's just kind of a drop in the bucket when their CapEx spend is, I don't know, I don't even bother doing the math, like multiples more than that. So Oracle sells off. Everything about Oracle looks bad.
There's news about SpaceX.
It just lost the bid big time here. Let's go to Sia. Looks like there's news on SpaceX.
It's not moving at all.
Oh, it's not? Oh.
No, it's something about Google Workspace with Grok, but we have Sia with the story.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to mention AWS, then I'm going to go on to SpaceX. So AWS, as you saw on detail, announced its availability of Claude, Opus 5 on Amazon. So it is dropping a little bit. I wouldn't say it's super significant, but I'm also going to check SpaceX here for you. Again, not moving at all, but if there is a dip in the future in the stock, this is good to know. Today, we are introducing Grok into Google Workspace. I'm also going to check Google for you. A little bit on the upside for Google here. Nothing too crazy for both stocks.
All right, can we confirm STAK's short float? So let's go have a quick look on.
I already have it up.
Yeah, I have it
My source says 77%, which seems unfathomable.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The float's 800,000 and it's a 600,000 of it is short. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, today it's up, what, 200%?
Yeah,
so it kind of does make sense there. But
Tap
yeah, here
$5.
it is, 76.6.
That's ridiculous.
So
Stock.
800 float. May not be accurate, but yeah, that's that move here that we're seeing right now on Stacked Up. So, congratulations to anybody that's been on that one. STAK. The place I like around here is STK, Steakhouse, STK.
Yeah, I'll play.
But yeah, there it goes. Halted again at 5. Halted at 5, tapping at 5. A nice move higher there. And you're at a level right now, man. I mean, you got to look at this name because you're coming up to 575. We've seen that before on this, and boom, boom. I don't think there's news on Stack, but it is definitely making the moves higher there. Might be an NVIDIA story, I think, actually. What's up?
I thought that was another small capper.
Sia has something. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I just want to mention with that Google SpaceX AI story, Grok for Google Workspace is a free. It's important to know free because it's not paid. It's not a subscription. It's a free add-on. Google is climbing a little bit right now.
I covered some more Amazon there at 80s. I don't know the story with that exactly, what that's going to mean to them, but Claude and everything, this is what's going to happen, man. All these AI, large language models and whatnot are going to have to be built onto something. And I was actually talking about, look, I'm going to type in Grok. That's not right. I talked about this with Baxter this morning, and he actually said that SpaceX is in a world of trouble for many different reasons. And part of the reason is that they wrapped everything up into one. Like they wrapped up XAI, all of these, and I think the case is if Starlink was its own symbol, I think we could get around buying some Starlink because we would understand what the purpose of that is. The thing is, what is Grok's exact purpose, if not figuring something out with SpaceX? They don't have a suite like they do. And I mean, unless that X becomes the all-in platform that they're thinking of it, like Tencent.
That's the only path.
Yeah, because like
the only thing that
at
makes
least
sense.
We could see Microsoft monetizing through Copilot, through Windows, and through some of that stuff. We could see Google. I mean, we don't have to talk about that. We already know Gemini can be done searching and all that kind of stuff. It's like, what is Grok's advantage?
But this was always his long-term plan. Like he always seemed to say that he wanted the everything app, Elon. So like that's
So, I mean, until that's developed and monetized, then I just think like
years.
The billions and billions of dollars that are being lost every month and every quarter on Grok itself and on SpaceX is just going to simply continue until, I don't know until when, like we don't know. We actually don't know.
Until they merge next year and then
Tesla's going to be
consolidated even more. And then a bunch of Tesla shareholders will probably start complaining about that for sure, and then it'll be a 5 to 10 year project. I think it's one of those.
It's just
you
like,
have to really believe
I didn't even think about like
time.
Why are they spending all this money until my son told me. This is why
what's going on
the
with
youth
Bloom?
are just so much better. Bloom Energy is getting crushed, man. I mean, I don't know what Sharif was.
Was there anything specific here?
No, it just happened now, right? I just heard
Okay.
it in our ear right
Yeah.
now, but down through $200. I mean, I think this could be a flat bottom break type of thing there.
But it already did.
Yeah, I know it already did it, but this just realization that this gap is now getting filled.
Oh, yeah.
You know, down to the downside here. I have no idea what this is. This is a camera that's going on. Oh, it's Tiffany.
the
There you go.
heck
She
is
has it
that?
on her phone. Hi, y'all. How are ya?
Yo.
There it is right there. So you get a little bit of a.
Now we can cast our phone screens. So you
Oh, okay, cool.
can now,
Wow, man, we're advancing so
absolutely.
much over here.
Why are we looking at our shoes?
Thank you for all the super chats and everything. that
There's
helped
Sia.
pay for all of this. That's pretty cool. So we can
Nice.
cast from our phones as long as we're on the same network, I guess.
Don't be. First of all, I saw. Why are you
Hey,
taking
take a picture of
our
my feet. I have an OnlyFans page.
What are we
can go
doing?
Only feet.
No.
Only feet.
No, none of this foot fetish
Gotta make
stuff.
some
You
money.
will watch. No.
Yeah, you know, Sia, you're one of the first ones to subscribe. Don't act like you're all like, what? I don't know. Sean has an OnlyFans. I have 3 followers. One of them is Sia, and thank you for the contribution there, Sia, as well. That was very nice of you. Right there, she has one of those the higher tier
You
access.
just call her out like that.
Well, I mean, she's the one asking what? Like, you know, I was
Yeah.
like, man, whatever. What, but to be truthful around here. But no, that's pretty cool. That was a
No,
pretty cool
yeah, that
system,
is pretty cool.
that we had set up right over there. All right, so yeah, halters there. STAK actually does not reopen. We should be able to get reopened up here pretty soon.
It should-
Oh no,
it should have already happened.
Be open right now.
10-minute halt.
Yeah, I was gonna
It'll
say
be
because
10.
it's already 6 minutes, so it's not happening. All right, so 10-minute halt there on STAK. We'll see what happens when it gets back through. BIOT. See, we've tried to get, a request in here for stocks that actually do volume to show up on our halt list, but this is another one. BIOT has just halted a bunch of times. I don't know, there's nothing going on there. The thing about that STK is like STAK is, this is another one. What did we say it was, 5 million? So they have
underneath
like
market cap, yeah.
Yeah, like what is their market cap actually? We said they had 800,000 share float. So they have a higher market cap than this.
25 million.
Like that's why I was saying to Sharif yesterday, and I think we might have said on the show, like 5 million is not enough. Like this is already 25 million.
These guys are.
So
they're not
but I guess it wasn't fine yesterday because it would have been under $1. So that was close. But anyways, at the end of the day, we have to watch out for those new and impending rules there. But STAK, with just a couple more minutes left, we'll see where it opens up. Yeah.
Sia?
Sean, I need you to take back what you just said because the comment section is going a bit nuts over here.
So the thing is why? Let me tell you one thing about this, Sia. What encourages engagement in the chat?
No, do you know? Look at the chat. They're saying step on a tilapia to you.
Yeah. No, that's okay, man. I mean,
So
look,
what?
if more people want to go on to OnlyFans and search for me, that's fine. And at that point, you'll be able to see who my followers are. And at that point, we'll be able to discuss it. Oh, Sia likes feet. Yeah, well, it is primarily feet pictures on there. So,
To each their own.
whether or
Like-
not you can go back to Sia and ask her if she likes it or not, I don't know. But
People have to be allowed to live their
I'm just
lives.
providing the content.
That's all I'm just saying.
Whether or not
To each-
people come and
to
look,
each
I
their
don't
own.
know. I mean, whatever, man.
It ain't for me,
It is-
but
it is what it is.
everyone has to have their own thing. It's not like we outed you for being a flat earther or anything. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
totally
exactly.
different discussion.
Are you a flat earther
That
as
we could
well,
have.
Sia? What is going on with this?
I mean, the
globe?
world is round and it revolves around the sun.
What is this?
But that's
Let's
fine.
roast Sia Day.
How- this
because
is not
we're at the
roasting
end
you.
of the
Roast.
week.
I don't know how this is roasting.
You don't remember that we were talking about that? You were saying that on the
Some
subway?
roasting. We could definitely do some roasting.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's fine. I mean,
Okay. Now Neil's outing subway conversations. Okay.
no,
Yeah.
we're just having fun. You know what's not having fun?
Any stock that reports?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, AMD's losing the bid. We already mentioned SK Hynix. Oh my goodness. It's the Bloom. By the way, Bloom. I looked. Was there anything that picked up the volume just recently here on Bloom? And there isn't. Like this just randomly started doing like opening range volume breaking down at the low of the day and accelerating. And apparently that is true. So this one is getting absolutely smacked. I can't even imagine. Like a lot of things suck right now. Stink or having bad days. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, all that good stuff. At least G Vernova hasn't lost 1,000 yet. Probably just a matter of time.
That might be
the
a
way it's
good
going.
one.
Well, it's not moving.
No,
but
but a good one to buy maybe.
yeah, it's holding up maybe a little better. It couldn't hold the 50 period yesterday on the daily, so that could be a bit of a problem. The only new thing I have is SLV off trend. I was long this early, but from the high, trend line, short to the trend line, look for like scalp to the bottom. I have my out stinks on SLV, but yeah, sometimes it happens. Like I got in through a stop, got up for a split second, and then that happened, and then like 1 minute later, it went to the highs. Like, really? Is that what you're gonna do? And then, here's another one. This one was fun. This one was jokes too. Because I was short lucid. I got up, went to the bathroom, came back, and this had happened. And so what? Like immediately, like I'm sitting back down, it's breaking the low of the day. I'm gonna take the low of the day as it goes, and I get stopped out on that one. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So then I shorted it again after the topping tail wick, and I'm still in that, and I just reloaded here because I wasn't even sitting down for that pop. Like every single time I've gotten out of my seat, something crazy has happened in that stock. But yeah, Bloom Energy. We'll keep our ear to the ground if there's something maybe with them or possibly maybe like a sympathy name is going. I just can't. I know it's a bad day in the market. It's a weak day for a lot of things, but this seems to me like there should be some kind of a story to go along with it. It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, how bizarre, how bizarre.
Who is it?
How bizarre, how bizarre. I don't know what it is. Something about Man Over the Moon or something like that. I can't remember who sings
Dude,
that
the
song.
tap is 7.
All right, tap is 7 on Stack. I was just looking at Stack, and I didn't see what the tap was. Yeah, 7. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, we're about to open up here on Stack, and it's going to be $7 as it looks like. What's up, Sia?
Stack, by the way, is just high intraday volatility. I've just checked. There's literally no news. It was all a month ago related to NEI opening over there. But Elon Musk here is saying that next month, all code on X systems to be open source. I checked Tesla and I checked SpaceX, and other stocks are moving right now, but it's just something you should know. Elon Musk saying next month, all code on X system will be open source. And I'm just checking if there's another comment coming in from him, but I'm pretty sure I saw something right now. Yeah, no, that's about it.
All right, thank you, Sia, for that one. Now Stack is tapping 8. I mean, Neil just looked over at me and says he doesn't think it will open up there. Probably, it might not. It just went from 7 to 9 to 8 again. And we are, if it was 10 minutes, which I believe we found out, it's...
not anymore.
No, not anymore, actually. It's past the 10-minute mark. It halted at 2:05:25. So right now, 2:17 p.m. Eastern in lovely Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
I want you to guess what.
Now that my OnlyFans account is blowing up because of Sia, thank you so much for that. I wonder what the tax situation is going to have to be on OnlyFans earnings revenue.
What is going on?
Right there. I guess you know what. Don't worry about it.
It's like any.
Sia, don't worry about it. I'll figure out the tax situation.
It's like any other income, I would assume.
Yeah, I think it's just income. I think like contracted income. Yeah. So that's good.
What you should do is you should start. You should start a company.
Well, a company. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize. Once
you get past a certain point,
I didn't realize it'd get this popular.
If she keeps contributing
got 10 more
like half
followers
her
right
net
there.
worth, and maybe you're gonna have to. You know what? Actually, the Caymans might be a bit maybe
trading
the play.
fans. It could be.
You
called.
go into the Caymans.
Is that another one?
OTLK, FDA approved and suspended.
Oh yeah.
When
Okay. Well, 15 million shares here. Maybe we can find that story there, Sia, if you're done perusing the page. OTLK would be a stock to have a look at right there. So it looks like this one did try to get going through 180 again here today. Now halted. How long?
So this one's T1. This is
right. This is
news pending, and it's still T1. So if you're looking at the halt page, all of these like LUPD or M, those are just going to be like limit. T1 means it is halted for news, but until it goes T2, T3, fully disseminated, then a quote resumption time, and then a trade resumption time, it ain't opening up. You will see all of this update multiple times before this thing is going to open. Let's go to Sia.
All right, so I just took a look at that. OTLK Therapeutics granted stock options to, as of yesterday, CEO Robert C. Jarr and CFO Lawrence A. Kenyon, and approved performance-linked cash bonuses that are tied to FDA approval of ONS-5010.
Yeah.
Thank you there, Sia.
Exactly that.
I was just chuckling at something in the chat.
Okay, so we do have, I think we got to look for something that's actually going to move. Like the reason why, look, I wanted that Uber, it was more when we were thinking about defending that 69 and then it sort of just came right through there. It did stop. Like I think we would have got stopped out. It did break through 69 there. But we didn't, we're flat on this, so we're up a little bit on it, but flat on it for right now. No trades on Uber. It didn't, like this was a pretty good one here when it started to go. And then once it didn't, I got out for flat once it came back in. And then I was sitting there by accident and took that fill. So small little win on Uber, but nothing. Whenever you make a mistake like that, the best thing to do is to get out, right? So All right, we'll wait to see. I mean, we looked at USO a little bit. Oil's going to close at 230. We can have another look there. SpaceX not really moving on any of that Grok news there. And then so USO, with it about to close, now we are getting a little bit of a move up here into VWAP. More Iran talk, I believe, from Sia.
Yeah, this is coming in from the New York Times. They're saying that U.S. President Donald Trump was meeting on Friday with top advisors and senior members of his cabinet to decide whether to intensify the military assault against Iran. According to 4 people who were briefed on the planned discussion, he's meeting on whether to intensify Iran assault or not. If he is talking and if it's live or if it's anywhere, you know I'm going to cover it. You know I'm going to give you the coverage. But for now, that seems to be the reason for the little bit of an uptick on USO right now.
Thank you there, Sia.
We're saying like it's very cheap to short stack here in our company.
It's less than 1 cent per
It's
share.
the same as it is to short like Intel or something. It doesn't
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't there be crazy demand and not a lot of supply to short stack? So I would imagine that there's some day traders who are like, ooh, I can take so many shots at this because it's costing me 1 cent per share to go short, so therefore you can do it multiple times. Oftentimes it's when it costs a little bit more, you don't have as many day traders getting blown out because like the barrier to entry to short it is just too high. The tap is saying 850, but who knows? I don't know when this thing is going to open, everybody. It's been 15 minutes now, so I would just say check back every 5 minutes from this. It halted at 05, so pretty much every time it hits 5 or 10, it's probably close. But
someone can yell at us.
It'll likely be like a half an hour.
You know what? I'll just call it up on another screen, and then when
I have it up, so when it opens,
right when it opens up, we'll be able to see
Tesla low of the day.
Like this is what's happening to me right now on the scanner. Uber. Like it's just because it's doing nothing, staying there bouncing off VWAP or something. Google or the low of 69. Nothing else happening. This is from 147. The last time was Google. There's little Texas Instruments floating in there as well. Google, Palantir, Roblox. Like these are all derived from my watch list that I have here. They're just connected to each other. So the minute like a key level is hit or some of the different things that I've programmed in here, you know, there's the 1 minute, the VWAP, there's a bunch of different codes in here that we have scheduled to trade through with. And again, that's part of being like, you know, not a, you know, I don't like to say the professional trader because I don't think so. But it's just, you got to have ideas. And like, so if those don't generate, it's tough to find different stocks. There's over, 5,000 symbols out there where you can go ahead and put a trade on. At least here at Real Trading, we have access to pretty much every symbol out there. So what is this, a chart? What is this, a chart for ants? I mean, we definitely love Zoolander, right?
Yeah, of course.
Zoolander. What is this, a chart for ants? So what is he saying? What is that, a gym for ants? Is that what he's saying or something like that?
No, it was a center.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a library.
Was it a library? Yeah, what? I haven't seen
library
that
in
movie.
his name, right?
I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah. There's 2 Zoolanders there. The guy with the beat up
the
face there,
second
what's his name? Owen Wilson.
Yeah, Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
What was his name in the movie?
Bugatti?
Mugatu was Will Ferrell's character.
Mugatu, yeah.
What the heck was Owen Wilson called? Hansel. Hansel.
Yeah. That was too fun. There's a lot. There's not really. Oh, the wife and I staying in tonight. We drank red wine last night. We're gonna go with white wine. I'm thinking about a nice Chablis tonight.
You're drinking white wine 2 nights in a row?
No, red yesterday.
No, just wine 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, man. It's wine o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is that.
It's been a minute.
Thank you, Sia. I'll be putting up more content as well, Sia. Don't worry. But the other thing too is there's a new John Cena movie apparently. I don't know what streaming service it's on, but all the John Cena things I just
Ricky Stenicki?
Yeah, Ricky Stenicki, and then there was something Blockers. You guys can look that one up. And then there was something else that he was in recently that I thought was pretty funny. It's after Ricky Stenicki.
I actually liked the DC thing he did.
I didn't watch that, but
Peacemaker.
I
thought that. I just think he's a funny dude, man.
Yeah. So there's something else coming for. So we're gonna do that, and the wife is making a curry peanut tofu bowl. So this is what we're up to. Again, hey man, when the kids aren't home, man, we're not playing around. You know, multiple nights we saw Obsession. We went to baseball.
You took photos of feet.
Finally,
You just outed yourself.
There we go. Finally.
You just snitched on
Finally, it's
yourself.
there. So there
You
we
snitched
go.
on yourself. What are you doing?
Finally, thank you, Sia.
Wow.
Honesty is always the best policy.
You literally.
I think on that note, do you have actually something important to say back there, Sia? Instead of
She
what
just said something important.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, I try to be honest with people. All right, let's go back to
Keep
Sia.
an eye out on SPY here, leaving all the jokes aside. President Trump, as we do know it, is meeting with top advisors as he's weighing on a major escalation in Iran. So we also have American intelligence agencies that are believing that Iran's new supreme leader is far more interested than his father and predecessor in pursuing a nuclear weapon. So this is also just coming in from them. I'm also checking if there are any more news. Yeah, we also have sources saying that Strait of Hormuz traffic may not return to normal for at least 12 months or more.
I did everything.
Get that back. Get that back. I want to hear what that is.
Did everything right, and they indicted me.
Okay, he did everything right.
They're
Okay.
dogs. They're eating the cats.
Oh, God,
They're
not this
eating
again.
The pets.
Yeah, why were people eating their pets? I don't think that was true necessarily at the end of the
Fake
day.
news.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, he's trying to punish us here for the forest fires that were naturally caused. So there are lots of things happening.
Like, what are we supposed to do about it? You think that
he is really, really
they
rich.
just do the math? There are.
You also say this one. Thank
Canada's
you.
huge. We ain't got that many people. The economy's bust. How do you expect us to stop a fire in the middle of nowhere? All right?
Don't be rude.
It's not happening. Understand?
China.
We can't do it.
It is China's. It all is China's fault.
We can't do it.
Basically, that
Ain't
I
nothing
think
we're doing
that's
about it.
what you asked a question and the answer was just China there.
Well, the answer to a lot of things is China.
All right. But you guys are right. We should have swept the floors of the boreal forest, and then we wouldn't have had no
Yes.
problems.
Actually,
with that it's just
in
millions
fairness,
of miles.
with our inflated youth unemployment rate, maybe we should have
That's not a bad idea. Actually.
we should have
I have
employed.
2 kids sitting at home.
some
They're at the camp right now, and there's signs of life. You can log into this program called Bunk One, and it shows different pictures of the kids. So we've already seen Barron's already been up
good. No
water
one's killed
skiing.
each
We
other.
saw him water skiing. We saw him on a one of those tubes that he's on there, just going for it. So
Yes.
he's living his best life out there.
Camp life is really
Up at
just
the
about.
Skoka.
It's really just about pranking other people.
I just want to, you know what?
That's what you're there
It's
for.
costing way too much. It costs an arm and a leg for what you get. But I'm the same way as you. It's just experiences, right? They're going to have their life like.
Of course.
You're only this age once. You know, it's not like you and I are going out like for a camping trip or anything. Like you got to go in your youth and have a lot of fun doing that. And
Have fun with your friends, man.
But yeah, so that,
you only
that's
get
what it is.
only get to live your childhood once. Then you get older, and you don't have all that free time. The market has free time.
Wow,
It's
Intel just made new lows. By the way.
SPY just broke VWAP. It's going to go red. The Qs are already red. Everything is dying or dead right now. Whereas Intel, you just said it broke the low. That means $95. Well, I mean, 100 was a key level after all. It just it was a short. It was a short, everybody. It was a short. You know what? Let's look at a better chart if we can. Before Apple loses this support level, let's just admire this up 3% because it's probably not going to last because we can't have nice things. It's absolutely
You know
not
what's a
allowed.
nice thing? Ramin told me to get this from Coffee Island. It's called the Fredo Espresso.
Okay.
And it's actually
As I see with oat milk as well.
yeah, it's espresso there. I have a splash of oat milk, but it's espresso and they shake it up and it's like very, very foamy and whatnot, and it's very, very tasty.
Go back to that in the
It's
morning.
much more of a treat
Espresso.
than just like an iced coffee. I don't normally get it. I think it's like a double espresso over ice, and it was well spotted, Ramin, there. So that was a good one, and we're definitely enjoying life here on a Friday, and we'll just see what you got. You have plans this weekend, or we have double practice this weekend.
So, well, I mentioned you. I probably didn't say. Like my brother's oldest
you
son
did mention that.
is visiting from Halifax. So when he comes like for a couple of weeks every summer. So he leaves tomorrow. So we'll be, I don't know, whatever the heck he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what he wants to do, but whatever he wants to do, that is the plan. And then no particular plan on Sunday that I'm
that's
aware
good.
of.
Sharif said it was supposed to rain on Sunday. I don't know if that's true or
On
not.
Sunday?
Hopefully it's not.
Hopefully not tomorrow.
We have practice. Yeah, I'm driving 6 hours tomorrow, get the kids, and then practice.
Because I might take him to Wonderland.
And that's what I was going to
Better
say.
not
And then we have
rain.
another practice on Sunday. Because next week we are in the lovely province of Ontario, we still are, but city of Ottawa next week for baseball. So Joe will be here for me on Friday
Capital.
next week. Yeah, we have another baseball.
nation's
tournament.
capital.
Our nation's capital.
But by the way,
We'll say
remember
hi
how
to
we were just talking about the market?
Mark.
Oh my goodness. What were you just saying?
What were we just
The
saying?
market was,
Oh, at its lows, wasn't it?
well, we were about 0.3. Now we are literally breaking lower. The only thing that's
Literally.
new that I put on was this trend. I don't think we're going to bounce into this like trend line. Why didn't I hit save? Sorry, this is for myself. Save, and then next time I pull the chart up, it'll still be there. Oh no, but I didn't complete the line. So every time we pop, I'm shorting into this trend line, and I want to get out where I was going long on SLV. But I imagine everything is losing a little bit of contain. Let's check out SMCI. Okay, that's around VWAP as well. So this could be something. Hold under VWAP and kind of break down from here. I just don't want it holding on this little dump and then the market bounces and you get in at the low. So I want to, SMCI we'll look at. I'm already going to short pops in SLV. And I don't know what to tell you about Stack, but we said we check back every 5 minutes or so. It's now 2:30.
Yeah, I don't have
and
it.
it's still not it still hasn't opened back up, and it still says $9 for a tap.
It's like,
So
how come there's not a better resource to find out? This is
I
the
really
thing
don't
I
know.
should complain to somebody in market regulations or something. Like, there should be, this is halted until then, because is it news pending?
No,
Like,
it is.
What does it say? News pending?
It is a volatility halt.
Right, so it should be open.
There is they did the quote resumption time when they like here's the thing, the quote resumption time is actually stating the halt time. Okay, well fine. Resumption quote time. That's actually when this thing halted. So it's been 25 minutes and there has not been an update on this. So I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if I'm sleeping on this Amazon here.
I don't know.
I feel like I haven't done enough of this. This is a great move on Amazon. And I mean, obviously, as the market bleeds down, this is not like, oh my God, look at Amazon here. It's just, this name's falling back in. And it just turned out to be something pretty good there off of 234. Like, again, this is one of those trades where we always get credit for people thank us for risk management and things like that. And whatever trade you put on, it doesn't matter, long, short, sideways, flat, whatever. You got to make sure that you have an out. So I guess flat wouldn't matter for that. And this was 234. So it's like right now we're short at 80. It's $1.50 now. So we're letting it go. We got filled into some of this here. We'll see if we can make a little bit of a lower take here. I'm almost out of it all. I know I have to work on, maybe holding things for a little longer and having less outs, but this is actually pretty good for me. Normally we have more than this. So we're letting this fall back in. It is nice to see the market bleed here. And Brian Shannon did send me a piece of information, which I have to read this weekend, maybe on my way home, as full self-drive will just drive me there. We'll get out at this 2-minute candle strategy. So this is a nice move down right now for Amazon. If it's going to break above that last candle there, it's 232.40 right there. So I'm going to do some studying this weekend and see if I can adjust my strategy to more appropriate holding for a little longer. But there goes that story. We're a little confused about it when Sia brought that Grok news, but it looks like here comes the move down for this name. So we're happy to be able to be here for Amazon short. What's up, Sia?
It's almost the end of the trading week and end of the trading day. Let's look at what the three major averages are doing in the IWM right now. The SPY currently up 0.12%. The triple Qs are down almost 2%. You have the Dow up 0.36% and the IWM. The triple Qs that were down and the IWM is also down on the day here. So one thing that I do want to mention and take a quick look at as we are hearing a lot of these comments coming in from US President Donald Trump, Iran, there's also companies like Meta that are going to report next week. Meta's reporting earnings on Wednesday. Deutsche Bank, however, says that expects Meta to report strong earnings on Wednesday. It's also noting that the platform's AI-powered advertising tools are improving ad performance and helping advertisers generate better returns on their ad spending. Meta is, as I speak, dropping right now. They're saying Meta's driven AI ranking, retrieval, and campaign automation investments are great. Our ad checks were overwhelmingly positive over 2, highlighting stronger conversion performance, growing advertiser ROI, and sustained benefits, they have written in a note. So Deutsche Bank has raised Meta's revenue estimates from $60.3 billion to $60.5 billion, slightly ahead of Wall Street consensus over there. what I do want to take a quick look at over here is check if U.S. oil, yes, U.S. oil indeed settling around 89, climbing a little bit, $89.3 per barrel at the moment. If there is any more news on the oil front, we'll be sure to on the oil front, we'll be sure to let you know. But for now, we also have the NASDAQ 100, not the NASDAQ 100, that has dropped to 1%.
Dara, if you're watching, we need that calendar for next week.
It's a busy one next week.
Out there or we can pull it from somewhere else. But I'm sure she has it. Are you talking with? I can message her. Here it is, right here, July. No, that's this week. So this is what we're looking for, man. Get your weekly calendars out. There are many different websites. But we're going to only promote ours. And then this morning, we didn't. That's right. This morning, we didn't have too much there. Charter Communications. We could look at Verizon. Verizon was a mover there this morning. AXP was downside, probably worse now on that one. And Lamb Weston coming through. So we'll have to possibilities in potatoes. Lamb Weston. Okay, good. That's their slogan. Okay. Anyways, if you're looking for potatoes and possibilities, check out Lamb Weston over there.
It's not.
I thought that's what I just
bottom
there. Yeah. No. Yeah. All right. I mean, this is just absolutely puke city right now. We do have a little bit of diamond hands now. This is over $2 in the money. I just put a bid at 74. See if we can grab that, and then we'll just let it bleed out for the rest of the day, hopefully, and come into some of those lows, and we'll cover. I am sitting here at the low of the day. Is that the low of the day? 231.40. Yeah. So we're sitting right there now at the low of the day on Amazon, and we'll just see if we can, make that happen, and we'll get out of there. The thing I want to go through was Google. I mean, Google looks to be super strong. So on a rebound of the market here in the power hour, which we still have 20 minutes before then, that this could be a name that we look at is Google, holding out pretty good in this move, right? We've just seen Amazon go down $2 and Google's kind of just hanging out right now, down $1 from its highs, but hasn't really had the dramatic move that this is. Sure, it's downside, right? But still up 0.7% here today on day 2 of earnings. Maybe this is a signal that Google wants to just calm down a little bit. I still like the 3-day rule. I bought 320 yesterday, so it's right here right now. It's nothing too fancy or nothing to brag about, obviously. But Google at the 200 period moving average, we'll wait to see. And I just think it's very, very early days. Well, the 200 period now is up here, but it's very, very early days. I didn't even realize that was at 331. Okay, yeah, it's all right. Very early days on any of these earning names, right? Because you're going to get next week. If Microsoft misses and they don't like something about it, Google probably going to get hit. Like all of this stuff is just, making us rethink anybody that has CapEx spend, because Tesla smoked just with a little line about CapEx there.
But
Intel was uncertain of what was going on there, right? I mean, that was up 14% at one point. And the name that we know we don't have any CapEx worries with is Apple. Yeah. And that's the one that's at all-time highs today, or $5 away.
I don't think it was the safest one this earnings season, but there's another way this could work out for Alphabet, is they go first, and then by comparison, Amazon and Microsoft end up with maybe slower growth. And because Google's CapEx spend didn't increase by much. It wasn't like a gigantic.
From 195 to like 205.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge increase. So there's a possibility the other two spend more and grow a little bit slower than expected, or relatively speaking, and then that gets a potential sympathy bump for Alphabet. Like you got to start playing them off of each other. Like see what's the cloud growth? Like who had the best quarter over quarter in the cloud growth? Whose trajectory looks the best out of that group, and then who is doing the best with their relative level of spending, because there's an easy way for this to turn better for Alphabet once those other two names come out. We just asked about Netflix. We were just talking about Apple for relative strength. How about Netflix? Netflix at the highs, Netflix back over $70. That's a pretty good day. And the liquidity grab at the low, trapped shorts at $68, and now breaking out the high. This is something, because this is the high from the week at $70 and about 60 cents, let's call it, and we're right there right now. So yeah, Netflix definitely something here in today for sure. Kilgore Trout in the chat is having a conversation with me about sunscreen, which I do believe, hey, look, it's everyone should protect themselves. I'm just curious as to Kilgore, why and where did it come from? I have no problem with it. People should wear.
Of course, why? People are saying you shouldn't wear sunscreen.
No, it's just, the conversation came out of nowhere.
Okay, I definitely think you should.
And it's back. I think it's
the
important.
Midday show here?
I have no idea. It's completely random. No, but Netflix, I want to buy a dip into 730. 70-30. Like the way I see it, it's relatively strong. It's at a key price level. It's actually moving a little bit better than other names.
I don't know if I don't know if
have,
Sharif's friend Bhavin is in the chat here, but don't tell this.
He's waiting for stats.
Don't tell this to Sharif. Because I want to do it. I want to go the over under on how many times he says Bhavin on Monday.
27.
Over. Okay, good. Yes, perfect. Good. All right.
I just said a random number.
I know, but I'm taking the over on that one. So over on that one.
I wish there was an automatic way that you could keep track of that.
Yeah, there's not a way. There's not a way to do that. Because I'm pretty sure I sat here, and it was because stacks. I'm just saying, you guys, and it's great to be excited about it. But I sat here, and I thought it was over 20 times in about 15 minutes when I sat here.
I'm just going to put on my iPad.
But shout out to
I have 27.
Bhavin in the chat if you are around in there, my guy. But
27 is a lot. I don't think you understand how many times 27 is.
I don't think you understand how many times he says it. I think if we go back and I think if you go back and watch the last half hour, you might up that number to 127.
No way. 27 is a boatload of mentions. 27 is a lot.
I would literally bet you, but I'm pretty sure that someone will tell Sharif and then he'll stop saying.
Well, that's
it
has
the
to problem.
Be a natural
it has
thing.
to be natural.
Like I should have maybe made it not public, and then we bet it, and then we reveal the bet afterwards.
Yeah.
But anyway, shout out. We love our.
I wanted to do something.
Chat there.
I don't have anything against this poll. I think it's fine.
Where is Bhavin?
The SpaceX hitting 100 when it's already getting shellacked.
There he is.
We all already believe it's going to get down there. But how about I just end this? So the poll said 72% of people think that SpaceX will hit 100 by the end of July, which is literally next week.
End of July, yeah. That's a week today.
Exactly. So it's nothing too crazy.
Next Friday is the last day of the month. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Is there 31 days in July? Yeah, I guess it is.
I think so.
30. You have to do that knuckle thing. Right?
Yeah, that's a knuckle thing. It tells you it's 31
get that off
in July.
July 30th only. Oh, SpaceX.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you a different question. What sector are you backing? And I'm going to break it. I'm not going to say tech. What I want to say is memory. Banks. I don't want that next level. Literally the banks. What do I want? I want to go. Ooh, I want to have biopharma on there. Give me two other ones that would be better than biopharma to put on here. Energy, yeah, sure.
Memory as a sector, what? You're just gonna use DRAM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Banks or.
I mean, why don't we just say
or
Mag 7?
I was gonna say mags.
Yeah.
So memory, banks, energy, mags.
What is the question though? What sector are you backing? I'm backing all of those, baby.
No, the only point is you got to pick one. I just want to see what are we thinking here right now. There's a lot of earnings season seeming like it's going to be let's just punish everybody and slap them around a little bit here. So except for the banks. So who are we going to pick? So I'm going to start the poll right now. All you have to do is type in the chat. That's first things first. Ooh, SLV must have just hit target. So type 1 if you are backing memory, 2 for the banks, 3 for energy, 4 for the mags. Sia is backing.
Banking on the banks.
Banking on the banks.
Banking on the banks.
For sure. Remember, jump in the chat, do so, hit the subscribe button, and then you're in there. And then once you can, you type a number. You can see all these yellow 3s as the mags are doing okay. The banks are languishing in here. Absolutely languishing. Sia, if you type it 1,000,000 times, it still only counts.
Wow, my computer is going slow.
For sure. So. Yeah, mine is like a little bit. It's Friday though, so the charts.
I can't even refresh.
Everything are a little bit slow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. We just got back.
What is taking up all the energy here? I think it's the stuff that Fabian's building. It's just draining everything.
I have every one of his pages open, and they're all in Chrome.
Same.
I think the new thing is I'm just going to try a different browser at some point. And I think that'll make things better. Let's go to Sia.
Yeah, I was just going to say keep an eye out on USO here. So reports coming in. It's not moving crazily, but I just thought I'd mention this. So this afternoon, U.S. military has fired 2 missiles at an LPG tanker that was approaching the area from the Gulf of Oman. The tanker was struck because it was mistakenly believed to be carrying Iranian gas. The attack has now resulted in, unfortunately, deaths of 2 crew members and damage to the engine room, effectively stopping the ship. Not good news over here when it's related to people losing lives, but unfortunately that is what has happened here. And there's not been any move in USO either, but just some news in case there is later.
Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, we
Thank
noticed
you.
that in US. So we might have just had to bounce off the Qs. Here's a TQQ, so something that I'll actually be trading. There was a wick bottom into the lows of the day again. Maybe I can try to zoom in just, whoops, that's too much. Zoom in just a little bit to show you guys there. It's not the exact low, but it was pretty darn close. A wick into that. We already wicked that bottom there at the lows. And then again, yeah, I don't want to be like, hey, this is all, we had that Wyckoff theory as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that is going to be the low. I mean, that happened there. It also happened there. There are going to be spots like right into there. We get that, but that's a wick on a red. It still closes red. You're looking for I don't know if I can zoom in even a little bit more. You're looking for it to be the green candle, right? So it does there, then closes higher than the last. That could signal, right? There it is, boom. Signals higher, signals higher. Sometimes you get like right into there, that's red. That's a red one. So still would have worked a little bit. Then it fades out. That's green right there. I don't like the fact that this candle does not make up, just covers the last one, making it green. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be these little ones. If you start, trying to look for all of those wicks and playing off every single one of them, probably not going to work. I mean, right into there, that looks like a doji star, or in this choice, it would be a gravestone. That looks like it, but, obviously followed by that. So what you're trying to do, I mean, look, okay, it doesn't matter, we're not in it, but that's kind of what you're looking for there. It's got to cover up the last candle, and then you wait to go long when so you would have gone long, but basically right into here, the wick of this candle, you could have gone long using that one, saying that, okay, we got the signal, then it took the last candle. And I think that's part of, and I said this weekend, I'm going to look at that 2-minute thing. I think that's part of like waiting for actual confirmation to get back to upside instead of just sitting there and taking some kind of a low. And, here's that 2-minute chart right here, using the high open, low close candles, not just the typical candlesticks. But yeah, so if it was again, I think it's the 2-minute. So that would have been 64.07 right there. And then what was I saying right here? It was the same thing? Yeah, it's actually the exact same thing. It's 64.07. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Maybe easier to see with less data. So hence a 2-minute chart. But yeah, there we go. Maybe something there. Might not last for very long, but there's a little bit of a bump in the market. And we did take advantage of that move there, taking some more out of Amazon, but now it's trying to get lower. Oh, look, there it is on Amazon again with that little bottom. Then you go long on that rate there, 231.80. That brings it up 40 cents. That's where you almost want like an algo to write stuff for you, because so many opportunities like that happen, and then you look back and it's just cherry picking on that. So anyways, a little bit of something there. Stack still not open.
Nah, forget it.
Tapping here. I'll just show you guys what it is, and then we'll go over to Neil. It's tapping $8. So I don't know, man. It's a limit up, limit down. We have no idea what's going on. ANPA just halted and reopened. That must be a new one there. ANPA. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know that one.
Just halted a couple times. You guys can have a quick look if you're interested in that.
Great name for the company. ANPA?
ANPA?
No, it's Rich Sparkle Holdings.
China.
I mean,
No.
China.
if I had to, look, first of all, I know this is bad that we always say these are like Chinese companies, but it's usually a good guess. It did just open back up. Here's the problem: nobody's trading this. 25,000 shares of volume on the day. 25,000 shares. It's halted probably a couple times. 3 times it's halted, and 25,000 shares is still nothing. That Vivek stock, I actually went to school with a Vivek. Back in the day, is finally, this might be breaking VWAP. See how long this took? All day long. It failed VWAP at 9:30, and at 2:48, it's back, baby. So this one could finally break the 315 level. This one in the morning that it had some resistance on, I think that could be the play. The other thing, obviously, I'm watching pretty closely. We got down to the support on SLV. The trend line still says 52.8 to 52.9. So any pop, that's going to be a short. But Vivek, certainly catching a little bit of interest for sure. You got to be able to find, whatever. Like as if, like I was saying, it's about to close over VWAP and break 315, and promptly it's going to lose VWAP because I'm like the jinx, I suppose. But yeah, this one looks like it could be a little something. Let's check out how Netflix is doing.
I want to lose more money on Amazon. I mean,
on a bit of a pullback.
Intel? Oh, good. What is that price? Oh, that's over 70.
It's over $70.
Nice.
We're knocking a little bit of wood here for this, but look at this. Look at the bottom on Netflix. This doesn't look bad. Higher low, consolidative, higher low, higher low. Look at the way that it confirmed the next higher low after the gap down. with a nasty bottoming tail candle and high of the day when the market's at the low of the day, that's pretty good. So let's close above 70, Netflix. And then next week we work on closing the rest of that gap. Because what'll happen is if it's good, it'll probably just gap up to here and then it won't be any fun for anybody. But trading off to 70 looks like it's the place to be with Netflix. Finally making a bit of a bottom. It's a huge bounce spot. You go to a monthly chart and you guys can all see it, but I'm not going to bother doing that for you. But finally, there's a name that actually looks pretty strong that isn't some random small cap or Apple this afternoon. Let's go to Sia for small cap recap.
Perfect.
So here is the IWM right now. We're going to take a look. It's down still 0.14% on the day. So I have two names for you. One of them is just a carry on. I don't consider it technically a small cap, but APLD down over 8%, set to announce its Q4 results on July 27th. After the market closes, the earnings are expected to be disclosed at sharp 4 p.m. Also, I want to take a look at RKLB. Now, one thing to note here is that ASTS not technically considered small cap, but we're still going to include it over here because RKLB and ASTS are both down 8.5% and 5.3% respectively after the companies have seen that SpaceX is pulling back future Falcon 9 bookings that have reignited concerns over launch access, sector sentiment, also investor capital. So ASTS stock is down more than 33% this month so far, putting shares on the mark and pace for their worst month run over in the past 2 years.
Rocket Lab, yeah. I mean, some of these names just been getting pumped, man. I mean, ASTS, Momentum, all these kind of names that were associated with data centers in space. I mean, we're already hitting names that are associated with them on Earth where they can actually be built, let alone, what the future holds. And again, that's what stocks are all about, right? And we can sit here.
The NASA ETF?
ASTS, what?
The NASA
ETF? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, as soon as these names, come through, you're going to see, I don't know. At some point, there's going to have to be a buy. These companies don't make money. We've talked about that. I shouldn't say that. I have to look up ASTS, but they're not making money. They are a shot play, and when you take shots, sometimes you miss, right? And it's just these names right here breaking down below. I don't know when you can start to get involved in them. They have big time movements where you think, oh my God, I missed the bottom, and then just like in SpaceX, we had Lindenmeyer yesterday say that potentially there was that low in SpaceX we may never see before, and he might be right, but it came within a buck or so today. So you just got to watch out for these breaks. Like if you're going to go long, just make sure you sort of zoom back out and have an out somewhere, because all of a sudden, like it's kind of like the way I trade. Someone asked about the style and, holding on to an Amazon like this and blah, 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 and, against where the stop out was. It's kind of the same thing with your investing or your swing trading. Is investing, obviously, you can give it a little bit more. I think on investing, you want to maybe buy names with, a little bit of a longer term outlook. You don't want to be too sensitive to like the next couple months. But on, a name like ASTS, if they're not making any money now, this might not be a moneymaker for years. And then what's going to wind up happening is it's going to bleed down until they can show some kind of profit. And at that point, maybe that's when you turn on sort of the spigot there and start to, drip some money back into the name. But yeah, I just watch out here for these names. You just never know. And we saw Palantir was stuck in a rut for a while. So was Robinhood. Everything, like these names can be great names, but they'll just hit down until it's a prove it story, right? I mean, that's what the whole market is until you can prove some sort of worth, it's tough to get going. So ASTS, Ramin had it as one of her plays in the first 6 months, and that was fantastic, right? I mean, the first 6 months of the year, this name, although we started the contest or whatever, what we had, it was the stocks had already ran up by the time we started them. But, it was a pretty good 6 months. And basically right there into the end of June is when we sort of topped out, right? And that's when we got the SpaceX IPO, and then it started to really give everything back. The NASA ETF's a good look too. I mean, how down that was.
Well, I mean, it's like the worst look possible. The fact that it's beneath, like when this thing came out, it was 24. Like not only did it lose the bid from the open, it then rejected it on the bounce and just made fresh lows here today. So like every time it ticks, every day that it ticks lower, effectively it's just all-time lows for this ETF. There's I don't know that there isn't, like, there's no obvious bottom in sight for them because what's the catalyst? They pushed the launch back a day, but I don't think a successful launch from SpaceX with their Falcon, it's like, well, that's what the expectation is that. So I don't know that they're going to get a bump up because they have a successful launch today. Does it matter at this point? It's baked into the sky ridiculously high valuation. When something trades at that ridiculous multiple, does it really matter? The only thing that gives it a bounce would be that maybe some shorts decide it's a reason to cover some, which, by the way, is the shorts on these halted stocks are there's two reasons those stocks can be continuously halted, like that stack and holding it this long. It can be because they can't find a market and they're like, we can't have an orderly open. But sometimes there are shenanigans too. I think we're going to see it over that headline that I just missed.
Nothing confirmed as of this, what I'm about to mention yet, but this is just speculation. SpaceX is on the climb right now. It's trading around 114.28. It has a severe uptick over there. Like I said, reportedly turning away from Falcon customers as now, not confirmed, but rumors coming in that Starship gamble comes into focus here. So it's just rising on that speculation.
We kind of know, it's like move to the next. But SpaceX could run $7 from here. And how good would that look? If it went $7, you are simply back to that flat bottom that broke on Wednesday. $7 from right here, right now. Like, how impressed would it be if this went 6%? And then you'd look at the chart and be like, oh, that kind of still looks like a short structurally. It's crazy, how destructive this has ended up being for SpaceX. So much to the point where it's going to come into earnings, and it'll have like a completely different attitude when you get to the earnings point, because it'll be so far down and it'll have sold off so much that maybe it won't be so bad, and maybe it won't look as ridiculous. From the value, I mean, the valuation won't look any better, but it might not look as ridiculous. Tesla is actually getting a bit of a bounce here, I just saw. So maybe that's in sympathy. I don't know. Let's see if ASTS, because if that's going up and it wants to drag one of these other names with it, if that can get a Rocket Lab to go up, I think that could give a short opportunity going into the close. But yeah, neither one of those two are going up on sympathy, because I think those would be easy fades. If SpaceX gets like a little bit of a pump there for Falcon, well, let's see if ASTS wants to get to the upside and then short the pop in this, but so far not.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of. And let's go by what sector is winning that vote right now? Because I was actually thinking we could put space on.
Oh, it's not. Okay, it's not what I expected at all. It's energy. So energy is actually leading the 33%. 1/3 of the viewers have voted for energy. Coming in second is memory at 30%. Mags are 24%, and then the banks at 13%. Right? Like, it's always the chart. It's always the chart that looks the best that nobody wants. Have you seen the charts of the banks? That's fine. It's just, this is exactly what would happen when we did the Mags poll. Nobody wanted the chart that looked the best. Nobody wanted Apple, and which is the one that went to the all-time high. Of course, it was Apple after that fact. But it's fair enough. So energy. I mean, going into a weekend where we've had how many straight days of
upside?
No, not upside, but of bombings. It's like
12
days, whatever it is. So there's no signs of de-escalation in sight. There was some talk of some negotiation, but either way, I can see why energy. It does make some sense. Energy, of course, is like a traditional hedge, also against some weakness in tech. But yeah, the mags aren't getting a heck of a lot of love here. Who can blame you after what happened to Google? Like, the problem is there's a few other ones other than Apple. That's the issue there. If I just put Apple, I bet you it'd be a different story. Then that'd be leading for sure. We get a super chat here from Adam James Abroad. This is some SEC BS. It's a $5 stock with a 50 million market cap. Okay, you're talking about Stack then. Yeah. There isn't really a defense of why a volatility halt on a stock that's done 42 million shares in volume is going to be halted for an hour now without explanation, without update. I bet you the page still says the same nothing that it did before. Where are we? No, there's stack all the way down here. Yeah, there's still no trade resumption time. It's been over an hour. Yeah, I mean, it's BS, but there's nothing you or I can do about it. There's nothing we can report. It's just, this happened. This happened during the meme craze to Funware.
Yep.
And it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair that day either, because a lot of people got screwed over because in the time that stock was halted, GameStop and all the other ones were still going, and then they didn't even open it until all the other ones had pulled back. And like the second they had pulled back and were dumping, then Funware opened up magically, and people lost all the gains that probably would have been there if it had been a 5 or 10 minute haul. Yeah, there's nothing really fair about it, and I'll be the first to be like, you should be angry if this doesn't open up, and then the next time you can trade it is Monday, and it gets rugged to like $3. That's not fair, but the market doesn't have to be fair.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I think we need to ease back on that one, that stock.
It doesn't have to be fair.
Like now you can't. Yeah, like now you can't get out.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like that's.
If you're caught over the weekend in this, what if they drop an offer?
But most of the times they'll open at 4 o'clock.
It should open at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so I would just
for
say
a limit,
if you,
it should open at 4.
And make sure like whatever broker you're using does have access to 4 p.m. or post-market access to quotes and to be able to trade, right? Like if you are in a place that won't let you send after-hours trades, you should switch.
You shouldn't be trading small cappers then.
Well, you should switch brokers, period. I mean,
Yeah.
anything, right? Even if like
These
Intel,
days?
like yesterday, Intel was up to 114.
Yeah.
You know, today it's $94. You know, so you had an opportunity to get out $20 less.
You need pre and post market access.
That's that's
like
getting
that's
the
just
day.
these days. I can't imagine anybody that doesn't offer it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hold on a second. In the chat, is there anybody in the chat that doesn't have pre and post
Well,
market
I'm
access?
assuming that they don't
I would
know.
assume you guys would.
Saying they don't. If I would say a lot of people might not know because they never tested it.
Fair. That's fair.
You know, so I would say that most people probably have it.
What you do have to watch out for is
basic.
not all, even if your broker does, which they probably do, it's what things can you, like there's certain orders maybe that don't work. Like they might not allow market orders, let's just say. There might be limit orders.
yes.
Certain gateways might not be allowed
Probably
to
won't let
trade.
market orders.
Yeah, that's the thing, a lot of brokers won't let you do market orders. For us, there's a few gateways that might not work until this time in the morning. Little things you want to be aware of just in case. Oh shoot, this one opened up?
No, which?
OTLKs?
There you go.
Okay, so it looks to me like this opened up and then
did, at
instantly,
2 o'clock,
and
at
then
3
immediately
o'clock.
halted down at 134.
Yeah, it opened up at 2:55, and it says it closed again at 3, halted again at 3.
Okay, so that's
5
pretty
minutes
nasty.
it was open for apparently.
Well, that's pretty nasty, OTLK.
Man, Intel's at $93 and just going lower. Yeah, great little take there. Whoever, I just saw someone in the chat say, was it you, Tony? Someone just picked up, I missed it, but someone just picked up Google right there on that wick. That was a great one. I don't know how you're able to pick out that at 319, but good one. That's where like sometimes you want to sit in front of levels that you believe are okay. You never know when something like that's going to spike through. Is there just maybe I was going to say maybe news on Google, but probably not. Okay, I think we got to go back to SIA if I am correct.
Keep an eye out over here. So you have Google comments coming in that they have just expressed concerns about impact of recent EU Commission decisions and saying that they've worked hard to comply with the Digital Markets Act. And Google also saying a little bit of an uptick, nothing crazy over here, that they're appreciating U.S. government engagement. Furthermore, I just want to put this up here. This is Adara's TTV research graphic about earnings next week, as you asked for. So it just came in 3 p.m. It was pre-scheduled. Adara just texted me about it, so I just put it up here. So yeah, Monday we have AstraZeneca pre-market, post-market. As you can see, we have APLD. Tuesday we have PayPal, Coca-Cola, Royal Caribbean, UPS, pre-market, and Corning. And post-market we have Visa. One thing I'm really excited about is Bloom Energy. I want to see what that does post-market over there, that day. Ford, Avis, Seagate. Wednesday, pre-market, you have PG, SoFi, post-market, big name, Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood, Qualcomm, Starbucks, ARM, Chipotle. Thursday, pre-market, you have MasterCard and Blue Owl. Post-market, you have Amazon, Apple, Roblox, Reddit, Rivian, Dexcom. And Friday, nothing post-market, but pre-market, you have Fubo, Exxon, Chevron, AbbVie, Moderna, and one name, Cameco. Yeah.
Thanks, Sia. Wednesday's fire. Like that aftermarket's crazy. I mean, come on. Like forget about all the, I mean, I know the Mag 7 are there, but like you throw in Lam, ARM, Qualcomm, Robinhood, Starbucks. Like it's, like Wednesday that's a biggie.
Yeah, I got to shout out to Adara because I messaged her and she told me it's coming out at 3. So obviously,
I guess she's scheduled.
She got scheduled. So it's every week at 3 p.m. We'll have these scheduled, and then the following day I was always out the day earlier anyways, but this is the whole week one. So the one for Monday alone will be out. Yeah, I think for me the most interesting day. I mean, you're obviously going to look down here with Meta and Robinhood, and then this little guy here, Microsoft, coming, and then where was Apple? Oh yeah, there it is right there. The symbol. She put all the symbols in here, eh? So yeah. So there's Apple with Amazon. So I don't know. Actually, both these days, and then Reddit's been going up and down a little bit there.
But then even look in the morning, you got Valero.
Yeah, Valero. Yeah, actually, maybe Thursday. Interesting thing about Thursday is you can look at whatever happens here. Oh, ARM as well. Oh, there's my guy Qualcomm. Oh boy.
That makes Thursday the biggest day because it's post all of a bunch of big ones.
Right, and then you can wait for these after, and then you come in on Friday, which I won't be here Friday, but it'll be Amazon, Apple. Rivian
but
down
you're gonna
there
miss Fubo
as well. Yeah, and then I'll miss Fubo pre-market.
Oh, you can't miss Fubo, dude.
Is Fubo still existing? I mean, I don't know.
Fubo's $8.
They were on. Oh, that's actually not bad.
$8.50 Fubo.
That's probably pretty good for Fubo.
Oh, that's right. They reverse split. Well, that's now. I mean, forget about the fact.
Okay. I was gonna say because wasn't that pace? That's what I was saying. Like, aren't they gone again? There, Fubo.
Yeah, well, Fubo's
this Fredo Espresso is pretty nice. I was telling that to Ramin. It's making me not chug it. Oh, Stack is open. So Stack is opened up right now. It did open where we thought it would, as we talked about our espresso. It does open at 8 right there. But remember, $8, we've seen it before right here on the daily. So be careful with $8 here on Stack. Right now, $6 stacking up the offer right now, and bye-bye.
Boom.
It goes no to the halt. And okay, now let's wait to see. And again, we'll talk about it. That's the halts bands, right? You can start to see when they start to. Oh wow, it should halt up. See, it should be halting up. There's obviously something wrong with this. But there it goes. Now we'll have to wait.
937 is up halt.
Yeah, 930. Okay, 937 is the new up halt right there.
Why is that
Do I not even have the halt? I don't think I have the halt.
It's you gotta scroll.
Oh
way
yeah,
down.
LU. Can I mark it LULD? There it is.
Yeah, you can. I have the axe.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to mark it as an axe. But right here, 763 and change. So it's actually, if you missed the open, it opened at 8. It's only at 750 now. So you're doing pretty good. I was going to say, like Neil and I already talked about the dangers of holding something like this over the weekend. We don't know if they're going to drop an offering or whatever. The float is under 1 million shares. It's done 44 million shares today. I would say this is a long if we can break out through $9 because that will, here it comes right now. That's going to get into the halt zone. And then the last time it halted, man, it went from 5 to 8. All right, so another halt coming up momentarily through that 937. I'm going to mark the axe down there so I can get the limit up, limit down, but it looks like it retraces off of 9 right there. I think this break of 9, there it goes. Go long. I mean, this is, it just absorbed the halt band again at 9. What happened? I thought it was at 937 was the halt band. Anyways, now it's going upside. And I just called that long. I liked it breaking through 9. So here we go. It's halting at 956. Congratulations, anybody that's got this long. This thing's going to open up at $11 again, most likely, or somewhere like that. Nice move there. It tried to go down. It could not. Here's the halt. No. Yes.
It is a halt.
Oh,
yeah.
It almost didn't. Okay, this should be interesting there because I don't know, man. That was moments away. I thought they were taking out the bid. Look, they hit
somebody
lit markets.
Smacked the bid right there, trying to make it not halt.
Yes, they hit. Somebody hit it. These are all live lit markets.
Please
here.
let that be someone
like
trying to
those
short.
Those are NASDAQ. Those are ARCAs. Normally, when you're in halt state, you cannot get long. Like people will not fill you.
I think somebody punched short there.
I think someone did too. Look at this. 2,000, or it's someone that was long and just said, "I'll take it."
Or yeah, that's possible.
Hopefully it was. Yo, what's up, Bovin? There we go. I said his name again. But yeah, that one right into there. That could have been something. Oh, I got to do the thing again.
It's the OG Bov.
Boom!
It's the OG Bov.
Oh yeah, the OG Bov in there. So shout out, having a lot of fun
OG.
on the day. We miss Sharif, obviously, and but yeah, we miss him. He'll be back Monday. But there we go, 956, the halt right now as it closed. We'll give this another look. So that halted for it was 205. That halted for 60 minutes almost. So if this next one happens, we'll get right into the close. And who knows? But that's
no good reason they should do it again. But
yeah, so I'm going to, you can actually customize it. And right in here, see the axes. So I actually got to add, what do they call it? LULD,
right?
So,
that's why.
And then I'm going to add another one here and call it LUL. Oh, limit. Oh, it's both. Oh yeah, limit.
They're both the same.
Okay, now I'm going to make it like a funky color here so I can see when it actually happens. right there. One of these is wrong. I think I need to make the first one has to be black. I think I screwed that up. I think this is the background.
Just make it gray. That's what I do.
What, the first one you make it gray?
Make the first one gray and the second one some ridiculous
That's
color.
what I'm doing, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll look the same color as that. I better change it right there. But this is the kind of the customization that we have here on the platform, able to do things like that. I think maybe a dark, well, yellow is my first one. All right, I can make it yellow again. So then I can see it, so that'll be fine. Okay, so we'll just push apply, and right there, that should be, so these are axes that are set up. So like if you were looking at it, the next time I'll see it down here, it will automatically be yellow. So we'll be able to see the closing prices on that one. But okay, so that's it. Stack that ANPA, by the way, we gave this to you about a while ago, and it's just upside right now. It keeps on halting as well. But let's go back over to some of the names that are actually moving around. Amazon, we've got that position on, getting lighter and lighter in it. It's finally starting to take out some bids here. Let me punch out another bid here on Amazon, take the 232s there. And then I want to note Intel, like holy shnikes right there. This is a 22% turnaround.
It's a massive.
Intel was up 14% right here. Massive. It closes yesterday at $99. By the time 430, 420 hits, it's at, here, I have a good one too. That was a good one. I have this one too. Market go red, market go boom.
How about this? No, I'm hitting this one. That's what, it's a pimp slap.
Yeah, it's kind of a pimp slap there. But yeah, there goes to the downside. Intel definitely getting pimp slapped right there. And I'm glad that we're out of this one. But wow, Intel down 7%. This is the thing, man. I'm raising cash to buy some names. I like Intel here. I've sold some up top. I'm not using that. I mean, I'll use that cash as well, but maybe it's too early. Maybe that's the problem, right? With names like Qualcomm coming, this is another PC name that I like, and I've recently bought some Qualcomm in my account, and we're down a couple points on that as well. So Qualcomm, I like it for the PC.
They're on Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think like AMD, Qualcomm, all these names. And until we determine to buy Intel, let's wait for a good quarter from Qualcomm or somebody that maybe has a better guide on.
That's why Wednesday's so big.
Wednesday's
Qualcomm
huge.
and ARM are a couple of big
AMD.
ones that'll give us some indications as to how things are going. PC and handsets, and really you want to get a bit of a litmus test that we're getting some better reaction. Oh, by the way, you know who had good news as well this morning that just broke the low of the day? Stop me if you've heard it before. Oracle just died and went to
I heard it
stock hell.
SPCX.
Yeah, the NASDAQ just broke the low.
That's okay. It's all good, man. SpaceX is going up right now as we
Still?
continue to talk. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's still down on the day, but it's trying to go up. It's trying to break this 114 right there and holding VWAP and breaking through VWAP and getting going. You know what? What about just, I'm going to get hatred in the chat because there's a lot of people, what's up, Tony, and everybody else out there that doesn't like SpaceX, but a break above right here might give you something. You've already taken out VWAP. You're holding this 25 period moving average. Here goes SpaceX, as I talk about, it's starting to go up, get upside already right now. Maybe this is the name that runs in the not in the after hours, but in the afternoon. It just wicked high. We can see they're 8, what is that, 14? What about just a long right there? It matches this out, 1450s. Yeah, 1450. Let's wait to see, man. Maybe a break higher here on this name gets us some juice. So yeah, let's look at SpaceX breaking through 1450. Could be a long. You guys like that trade? I don't know.
Oh shoot, they actually opened it on time.
Stack opened again. What the hell?
In my mind,
Didn't I say 11?
I was thinking it was going to be like 10 minutes again at least.
I don't know how.
So it's opened. It opened at 10. Now it just continues to go. Remember, 70-something% of this thing is supposedly
Here goes,
short.
watch.
So it's halting at 12
Come
now.
over here.
12 is on the band.
mine,
So
Andre.
this one is
Yeah,
now
yeah.
halted.
There it is. So it's going to halt and rate and now.
No, it's 15
now,
seconds.
and now,
A couple
now,
seconds.
and then. There you go. There's the halt. But yeah, so I don't know, like I was saying, probably goes to 11. It looks like I'll be wrong on that one. It goes to 12 right there off of a 9 halt up to $12 again. They're stacked there. A good place in Toronto to go, Stacked Market. You can go check out Stack Marketplace, but that's an upside. See, did we even have a story on this one, STAK? Like,
No.
We're just sitting here talking about it, and it's just going there. There has to be something, really, realistically, but yeah, that's okay. Just have a look, and if there's nothing, there's nothing. But Stack right there up to $12 and opens there, as Neil said, within that first 5 minutes. So maybe now we are going to be getting a reasonable open as we keep on going. The first move down is probably the short, right? So,
And then it'll be, this is one of those Chinese names, so believe me, on Monday morning, this could be at 3, it could be at 2, it could be at 25. Oh, they finally upped it. It now actually costs more to short.
how much more?
Not much. It's like 6 cents a share. It was less than 1 cent a share. Now it's 6.5 cents a share on Stack. So like that's the first time it's actually moved up, which makes sense. I'm surprised it's not actually higher than that for Stack. The tap is 13. What was the other one again? It was
it's nothing.
Get bounced. The other one bounced. It was
ANPA.
ANPA.
What? No, but that one was not even really.
No, it wasn't ANPA. No. It was OTLK. OTLK. This was the one with.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that dumped, bounced back to VWAP, hits 150. So a little bit of a rebound play here on OTLK as it's trying to go for a second time. See, these are the crazy ones. If it dumps all the way and then can still take out the top, that's how you trap even some more shorts. They got an approval on some sort of a drug, I believe it was, for OTLK. But remember,
news on
single Stack doesn't have news, but OTLK did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was. I can find it for you if you want, but it was some kind of a drug approval. So the FDA approves Litnevia, whatever, for treatment of neovascular age-related, whatever degeneration, blah blah blah, commonly known as wet AMD, whatever that is. So remember, with some of these small biopharma names, like they'll have like one drug, like one thing, and when there's an approval, or sometimes they'll have like a big positive trial result, you can get just a tremendous amount of dumping on the news. It is not uncommon to see that. Like this was like what, 10 cents before. Like look at it ramp up. So when the news hits, a lot of times you will get that little bit of a drop. So just be careful. It is not uncommon to actually see these things sell off a bit. Stack's tap is still 13.17 to be precise, for those that are keeping track. So it's still going to go up. OTLK slowing down a little bit, but that's not terribly surprising. I've seen. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Bovin just commenting on that Stack trade himself. And here it is, what he has
What's up, Bovin?
on. I mean, this guy's actually in the position. So still got 25% on it. So there we go, man. I guess he must have had 1,000 shares to begin with. Wow. That's amazing to put on that many shares of this stock. That's nuts. But there it goes, $1,000 shares you had at one point. This would be a big trade. This is from Adam, I guess. Still got on that.
Adam James.
Well, who still has it? Is it Bovin that has it? Or I don't know who, but anyways, but this is what I just saw. So take out 15% on the next open. Yeah, I think
it's Bovin talking to Adam.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right?
That makes the most sense.
So that'd be a great one, man. Stack tap updates, and it may be pizza on Monday for y'all. Okay, well, hey, the tap update right now is $13. So, look, I've already paid for short, so I just went in there and paid for it. 6 cents per share is fine for me. So we're going to wait and see what winds up happening on the next open. But now it's 13.17 right there. So remember, like, it should open up within the next 2 minutes, I believe. The halt time was 3:12:51. So, yeah, so right here, 1 minute left until this opens back up. It looks like it's going to be 13:20 there, Adam, and we will wait until the next open happens live for you right here. Now 40 seconds left. Just quickly, so I'm going to go back. We will go back to that and talk about it. I'm taking that SpaceX break of 1460 there. So if it does break, we're going to go long on SpaceX, and I'm just going to hold it to the 25 period, maybe a little lower. So 114. I don't want to go too crazy here this afternoon on that number, but we'll wait to see what happens. There's Stack right here, 13.17 in 20 seconds. It's going to open. We'll go to see and come back with Stack being opened up, I assume.
Since we're talking Stack, I did some research, and this is what has been going on for the past month. So last month, the ticker said that it is planning to form a majority-owned U.S. subsidiary to commercialize modular gas to electricity, generation systems aimed at AI data centers and other energy-intensive users across North America. But here's the thing. It has rebounded from trading lower this week as there's energy prices that are retreating following progress in the U.S.-Iran negotiations expected to lead to a signed MOU. So this is all just, I would say, rallying that's going on based on what is going on in the broader market over here. It was lagging behind as of last week. And yeah, that is basically what's going on here, because I researched about it and I'm seeing if there's any reason at all with the competitors or with anything else that is rallying, but nothing that I'm seeing right now.
Well, I mean, great research. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. Make sure you join us every day.
Something's happening in Uber right now.
Don't tell me Uber's going up.
No. Uber just dropped $2 in the last minute or
one.
so. Is my thing even on?
I didn't hear anything about that either. I haven't heard anything.
Obviously
You guys are on
something has
break.
just happened with only about 40
I
minutes
do
to
have
go.
to give an update to Stack though.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No,
go ahead.
because it's tanking right now, unfortunately, Adam. Now it's back to 12. Now it's 10. So it was 14 when we threw it over. I think the fact that it's not open right now, this may be at 4 o'clock. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but now it's tapping $10. So that's not great. Just because it went from 12 to 10, it's only going to be 20% on that kind of a move. You're up 800% today. So I don't think it's, too bad, but yeah, back to $10 right now. We will keep our eye on it if and when it does open, man. We'll be into that one.
I think I see what this might be.
Someone just said something about Waymo.
Waymo explores split with Uber as robo-taxi tensions deepen.
Yeah.
That's from the Financial Times. So Financial Times saying Waymo explores a split with Uber as robo-taxi tensions deepen. Well, I mean,
Split with Uber. What was even going on with that relationship anyways?
Kidding me?
This is why I hate Uber.
But Uber needed the whole point with Uber is they needed those partnerships. That's what they had
That's
to
what I'm saying.
happen.
But was there something in agreement before? I don't really know what the story is.
Oh my goodness. So 52-week lows on Uber. There you go. 52-week lows. Actually,
why am I not out of
52
this?
weeks low $1 ago. Also, the U.S. Trump is beginning his comments.
Like Uber is drivers. Like Uber is Uber Eats. Uber is not anything other than people driving their own cars around.
But they also they have a platform and infrastructure that their chance at next was automated. That was their chance. Waymo pulling away from them. Well, guess who's ahead right now in automated driving? Waymo. That leaves Tesla. You think Elon cares about partnering with Uber? He's like, I don't care. Elon's like, I want to do myself with the X. So that leaves nobody for Uber if Waymo.
But Uber was talking with NVIDIA about autonomizing. Is that a word? All kind of vehicles.
Automizing?
Yeah, I said autonomizing.
I mean,
I don't know if that's a word or not. Autonomy.
Everybody knows.
Autonomy?
You know what we mean.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I think this is overdone to the downside, but who knows? It's definitely a story there, and I think it is that break of the 52-week low right there that just crushed it back in right there. I just did hear something in my ear, so I do know that I am working right now.
The president might be talking about nuclear innovation.
Oh, okay.
So
all right. So definitely go long on everything nuclear. So right here, I am going long, and this could be, again, a mistake, but it's a new position, so we'll hit this. Small one, I have a quarter of a unit here into the close. Let's see if SpaceX gets machines on and just gets going there. It's really rebounded off of this 25 period. They're really only in the last 10 minutes right into there is where we held. So we'll try it. I don't know. I'm not, this is the first day where I actually went long on SpaceX, and one of the first days will be red on it. And it's just kind of like, now I'm going long again. So I don't know. We'll see if we can make it back. This is not a P&L thing. I don't need to make back what we lost. I mean, we've almost done it if this gets to 115. But yeah, if this comes back up to the upside, we'll let SpaceX go here into the close. Hey, maybe there's some buyers. Maybe there's something going on here with SPCX. I will always take something out at 15s. So I'm sitting there right now already at 114.95. So I'm going to take out 10% there. Maybe I'll take out a little bit more. Yeah, you know what? Let me put another offer up there. I'll put another bid at 20. There, let's take out about 25%. If we can make 40 cents on this, and then we'll go upside. And you guys were asking about the strategy of trading. That's kind of it. If we can get a little bit out for that 1-to-1, we'll do that, and we'll try to see if the rest can ride. But for right now, SpaceX looks to go higher here. What's up, Sia?
For now, yes, U.S. President Donald Trump is speaking, but here's more context on that Uber-Waymo story. So as we do know now, Waymo is exploring options to exit partnership with Uber. Waymo has held internal talks about ending its robo-taxi deals with Uber as the companies are clashing over this service, quality, safety, and robo-taxi regulation. Waymo vehicles in Austin as well as in Atlanta are currently available, only through Uber. So Waymo has told Uber it's planning to launch independently in both cities in 2028 January. Uber says its Waymo service will continue until May 2028. So there was a bit of a dispute going on here. Uber continuing to slide further to the downside. So now both of them have already entered their partnership in Phoenix. We did hear about it a month or two ago in May. So a broader split would basically pressure Uber's autonomous driving strategy after it sold its in-house AV unit back in 2020. So that is what's going on with Waymo and Uber. If there's any more updates, we'll be sure to let you know.
I mean, Stack just opened up, man. And I tried to get short at $8. I was sitting there. But see what I'm saying? Look at all of these Ds. Remember when we showed you that someone whacked, was it $10 or whatever that last halt was? And
whatever the bid
it didn't work. You know, this time, like nobody was whacking the ask to try to make that go higher. Like I was sitting there trying to get shares. I mean, I guess there's a little bit here. I mean, I don't know if this was in that halt time or not, but there was somebody that whacked a little bit of NASDAQ early. It looks like all of NASDAQ, but then after that, see, there's more NASDAQ. I guess maybe I got to get on the NASDAQ gateway because I wasn't there. But yeah, you had a lot of Ds at the end with 11111111111. So I don't, you know, definitely a lot of program trading happening there. And there it goes. And unfortunately, wow, it's already back to $6. That just lost 300% in 5 seconds. Like it opened up, and then it lost 300%. So it was up to 800% right there. Remember, I was like, oh, if you can lose 20% and get out at 10, that's fine. But now it's crushed. So there it goes, man, back to the downside here. We'll wait to see what winds up happening. Obviously, it's not down 300% from $12.
Right, it's
just on the day. I'm just saying like how dramatic it is when you look there and you're like, oh my God, the stock's up 800%. And just like that, it can give a little bit back. So yeah, sorry about that, James, there. You know, pizza's incoming, okay, but I know you're long, and that must have been a tough one there. So I hope you're able to get out there, Adam, and I really do hope that you're able to get something else. I think it did open at 9.6. Like if you just put a market on open order, you would have got 9.60, 9.70. So that's better than 6. Now it's tapping trip 5s. So that's not very good. I didn't see who won the World Series of Poker. I was watching it this last weekend on ESPN.
I haven't watched
They started to show it. Oh, there it is. Thank you,
big
Adam.
shout out to you, Adam. Appreciate it.
Yeah, here it is right here, man. 5 live memberships. So that's the best, man. Thank you so much for all that. If you are already in the chat, there it is. I was going to say, you got to accept them via YouTube.
I think when you join the chat, enable gifts is what you want to do.
Yeah, so there we go. We want
then
to
you're
thank
eligible
you for that one. I have disabled gifts, of course. So I don't want.
We don't want to get them. We want you guys to get them.
We want you guys to get them.
Because we get Sharice's morning note sent to us anyways.
Yeah.
But just before we go back, I think we're supposed to be going to see it. The president is talking about nuclear energy. So I punched long in the volume spike in SMR. It's not really moving. I'm not listening to him, but that's what they're talking about. It ticked up a couple of pennies and it's slowing down. I don't know, maybe one of the other ones is going a little bit more. And here's Adam James.
Is a good
I got most out above 10 from $4, so I'm good. Thumbs up. Oh, that's right. I start reading the emojis like an idiot. Let's go to the desk to see you.
Sorry about that. So keep an eye out. This coming in again from the Financial Times, Lyft and Waymo. Lyft, LYFT, and Waymo. There was a little bit of an uptick when this came out, but they're saying that there is no indication that Waymo is exploring ending its relationship with Lyft. Lyft is currently, it's going up and down, but when this just came out, Lyft just went on the up just a little bit over there. It's still up 3% on the day. That's just what I wanted to mention. And yes, U.S. President Donald Trump is speaking, and I am listening for you. As you do know, what if the markets move, anything happen, I will be sure to update you.
All right, thanks, Sia, over there. Always giving us the stories that we need. So, yeah, man, Stack has taken off a lot of our look here this morning or this afternoon. But let's just go over some of the other plays. I mean, Amazon right here is really making the lows now. I mean, it's trying to get back into the day's low. We might have actually done it. The day's low, we have 231 flat there. I don't know if that's necessarily true. No, it doesn't look like it. The low of the day right here, 231.30. So we're getting back into that level. So I am going to put a bid here and just start to take it out. We are now 20 minutes away from the imbalances, and that's going to be potentially decent imbalances with, of course, a Friday looming and with the NASDAQ turned completely on its head today. I mean, it was cruising and now it's bruising. They're down 1.29%. So let's take out a bid there. The tap on Stack is 650 now. So we're getting better, guys. It was 555, now 650. We should probably open up pretty soon. All right, Intel right there. Down to the day's low, $92. Amazing turnaround for Intel,
what a
man.
Joke.
Just an absolute joke there today. As good word. It's a good thing we got out. You know, I was like, woe is me there. But look at the 200 period moving average. Like, come on. I mean, that was perfect. It was great right there and even better right there. So, you know, I don't think we're going to get a chance to short 95, but that's looking pretty juicy there for lows in Intel. And then the other name that we just has had a rough time. Google trying to find
That's
any
not as
bid
bad.
today, flattish on the day. Every time I look over at this thing, it's 319 to
It's
320.
It's Tesla that you want to.
Yeah, and that was the next one I was going to go to.
Yeah.
They actually had a good bottom there at 306. We initially looked yesterday at this 316 marker there, and not thankfully Joe's not here, but we don't have the Austin hit there, so that's good. Right into there, and it was good, man. It was good for a while. It was trying to bounce around and see if we could support it, but then smash city down to the downside. No real volume capitulation down there for Tesla. So there's again, for the very first time of the day, you are starting to break above the 200 period moving average. So a long in Tesla could be there at 310 break. So we're long into SpaceX still. Which is great. Okay, my favorite segment is just around the corner right now with our Asian update. So we're going to get that very, very soon, the Asian market update with Juan and Sia. But yeah, SpaceX, we're going to see if that can break. I could switch the out now because this is now up to 23s. I'm still going to wait for 14, but yeah, it's not. I thought that break could get it going. We'll have to be patient with it. I'm going to average in at this marker right there. So I do have a bit at 20 to see if we can get a little bit more. And then dropping through 114, we'll get out. Look, I told you it was a quarter of a unit. It's nothing major. We're going to try SpaceX here for the long. Amazon's still puking all over itself. But right into here. Yeah, I know Save Man Woman doesn't like this trade. I know. I don't love with this either. Let's just see if there was an imbalance or something, if we can hold on to it. All right, it's time for Juan and Sia. Let's go.
Thank you so much. Now we have Juan back at the desk, 3:30, recapping the Asian markets. Really excited to see how that's going because all I know is that something's not right with the Indian markets and the rupee. Juan, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Sia. So Asian markets pretty much closed lower overnight, pressured by a lot of Middle East tensions, as well as oil inflation fears, and a huge tech sell-off, tracking that of Wall Street's overnight losses yesterday. So if we take a look at the indexes, some of the major ones, South Korean Kospi down heavily by more than 5%, nearly 6%. Most of the South Korean chip makers declined sharply following a sell-off in, of course, US tech companies yesterday. Samsung Electronics down by more than 7.5%. SK Hynix also down by more than 8%. Even in Japan, the Nikkei 225 down by nearly 3%. We had some economic data prints yesterday in Japan. The June inflation hit a 6-month high of 1.7%. That's up from 1.5% in May. So that's definitely strengthening the case for Bank of Japan's interest rate hikes in the near future. But apart from that, of course, tech stocks, a lot of worried people on massive AI spending. Some of the big names, Kioxia Holdings down by nearly 10%, Advantes down 6%, SoftBank Group down 7.1%, and Tokyo Electron down by 5%. So a huge downside in tech markets all over Asia. Now, what can we expect at the open on Monday or Sunday evening for those who are trading in Asia? US mega cap tech earnings overhang. We know that next week we've got a lot of huge big tech earnings coming up. We've got Microsoft and Meta on Wednesday. We've got Apple, Amazon on Thursday. So watch all those North Asian hardwire desks, whether they stabilize on Monday or not, or if there's any de-risking continuing to pressure that of their supply chains. And over in South Korea's Kospi as well, watch early volume and forced liquidations in South Korea. They recently had these huge margin loan balances slide past multi-month baseline. So see if there's any stabilization funds that can defend that 6,650 floor, or if any deleveraging forces another opening gap down on that Monday. And apart from that, of course, with geopolitical tensions that are happening, $100 per barrel Brent crude algorithmic pivot, monitor those weekend energy tickers. If Brent crude increases above that $100 price range, any of those Middle East escalations, that will definitely trigger some immediate selling in aviation, logistics, and automotive links all around Asia. So watch out for that.
Thank you so much, Juan. Sending it right back to the guys.
It's a one party. We like one over there.
The president just said Iran not ready to make a deal.
Yeah, so the president knows exactly when there's going to be a deal or not. But I think, Yeah, Sia just was going to report the same
Open.
story there.
It's,
Okay. So Stack is now open. It's a nice one. It's a nice
$7.
open for everybody there. So shout out to Adam there. You got a good little open there. It was tweeting. It was putting 5 on there. Now it's 7. There it goes. Oh, here comes the halt again, maybe at $8. But yeah, a lot of volume just flying through. I just saw 40,000 shares. Oh, there's my limit up, limit down. Okay. I see it there. Gray with yellow. I see what it's doing. All right. So there it is. Now it's halting up. Do we want to try to get long? Right here. People are printing the bids. Maybe I can sit there and get something on this.
C's are printing.
Right now. We'll see if we can get long on this 840. You can't punch 841. Nope. Ugh. Missed it again. Did you get it?
No, I went to the NYC
Yeah, I know
gateway
that
with
one.
C's.
Yeah.
But
All right. So I was actually on bat Y there with these Ys and trying to get long there. C's. Yeah, that was a good call there. Looks like there wasn't much printing.
No,
still a lot of prints.
that was
but
a trap.
How many shares? Anyways, there's 840 right there, the halt.
It's all dark pool.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get it there, but missed it. So yeah, halting. And another one that's halting is CNET. And I put that in the chat while we were talking there with one, and it halted, it opened back up, and then slammed down to the downside. CNET there with good volume, breaks $1 right now, CNET. And oh, by the way, we got some more shares there. I got it back out right there at 27s or 30s, whatever it was at that time. But yeah, we take an L there on SpaceX for now. We still have shares. I got out of just probably about 15% there on that. Let's see if it goes back upside, but it doesn't look like that SpaceX trade is going to work out for us. As yeah, it looks like downside again into the close. Yesterday, for some reason, it went upside.
By the way, too, like the president might be talking about nuclear energy, but he just moved on to Iran, and these things didn't go. So they went like a cent or two when he started talking about it. There was a volume spike, but my stop's now at break even. If it ticks it, just going to get out. That was pure spec that he might move these things.
Now he's talking about our smoke situations here in Canada.
Well, I mean,
so I don't.
Yeah.
The only kind of smoking that most people are doing here in Canada, is something to do with this, man. These forest fires are what they are. We'll have to wait to see what happens there with SpaceX or with the forest and everything like that. But it's a nice little battle back here in the NASDAQ as we continue to make moves here. Now, all right, let's go to Sia with breaking news.
Keep an eye out over here. Before I cover any USO and what US President Donald Trump is saying, WBD to the downside over here. Paramount has agreed to delay Warner Bros. Merger for months now. This is coming according to New York Times. Quickly now, let's move over to USO. A little bit of a drop here. US President Donald Trump saying a lot of things here. Reporters are asking questions. So starting with Iran exit strategy. There are a lot of them. As he said, we can negotiate and we are speaking to them. He is saying quite a lot of things here, so please bear with me. Iran is not yet ready yet to make a deal. We can negotiate and we are speaking to them. I don't know that Russia and China are enabling Iran. I don't think Russia or China want me disappointed. I trust Xi and Putin on their word on Iran. And finally, we can take them apart piece by piece or faster, which we may, or we can negotiate. As we speak, we're talking to Iran. Finally, he said that I think we'll put a big tariff on Canada for smoke.
I mean, guys are already dropping tariffs.
There's a lot to
already,
digest,
so.
but
you know what? If people in the United States don't want to buy Canadian products because they're too expensive, I mean, we'll be completely fine. But it is
my maple syrup.
It is a problem there. Yeah, maple syrup is also widely made in the United States.
I know. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Of course. But here we go to the downside. So we'll slap basically and a fail because SpaceX just didn't work. And, that's why we didn't put too much risk in that. But yeah, SpaceX, leave it for the dogs, I guess. But the market's going up. This just fell back in. So, a quick little, not much damage done on that one. It's like when we got out of Uber right there. I had no idea this was happening, but that's kind of why you do, right? There's a drop down through 69. Like if you just had a 69 break short order going through there, you would have hit the lottery right there. Like that 69 was there for a minute and then broke it. And there's the downside there on the Waymo news. So Waymo no mo for Uber as that's going lower there. So stacked should open up momentarily here. It closes at 840. It's showing 840 now. So when that opens up, we'll get right back over to that
Still
one.
a minute.
Trump is a lot right now, I feel like, talking both sides of Iran. He said there's many exit strategies. So I'd just like for him to maybe discuss one of them, and then we could try to figure out what exactly. Like if the exit strategy is they have to free Strait of Hormuz, like that's not a strategy. That's like a wish. because I don't think that's going to happen. So you're going to have to come to the table and try to figure that out. But hey,
and then you have to keep in mind,
Marco Rubio's on this, so don't worry.
They don't at me, but
There's a JD Vance. Who's on?
There's a certain country that has a bit of a say in when this stuff stops as well, and that's Israel. So
Especially it's like if China's involved, I don't know.
Let's be real. So I don't know. Who knows how long this lasts? It's past. It's actually 3:38 already. So there's not a lot on the early looks, but EWY. 1.7 million to the sell side. PPL is going to be 2.2 million to the sell side. Not a heck of a lot out there. WFC, that's a pretty small buy. Pfizer, that's tiny for them. HPE is going to be a small sell. So nothing too crazy. We'll monitor it every now and then. We've seen NVIDIA with a couple of ones this week. I don't think anything else has really stood out. This morning, IBIT had one there. It's open now, Stack. Not bad. It opened higher.
Yeah, pretty good. 890.
Yeah, so 890 it got up to, I just saw, and now back to. It was at $9 a second ago, and now right back into 8. So there's a little bit of dancing around. It's probably going to just halt in another minute or two because this hasn't been able to stay open for very, very long. But there is at least a bid at $8, despite the fact that it can't break 9 here on Stack. But good to see most people were able to get out. Well, from what we were hearing in the chat, most people were able to get out here, trying to take the 9. There's no bids. Now there's bids above the 9 level, trying to get higher. But I suspect it's just going to go into another halt to the upside. And remember, if it halts and it's within the last 10 minutes, it automatically will open at 4 o'clock. It just becomes 4 o'clock at that point. Let's go back up to the desk with Cian.
Keep an eye out on the market. Just falling a little bit here. I'm also going to check USO levels here right now. U.S. President Donald Trump saying, I haven't made decision on major strikes on Iran. I think Iran is getting more serious in talks as days go by. I am in no hurry over Iran despite what's said of the election.
Okay, yeah. We're just talking about the news services here. I heard the smoke thing. I'm not hearing anything with Iran. So if she ever gets anything, we'll definitely immediately throw over to her as President Trump is now speaking. And we got to pay attention to what he's saying. Look, it happened to me again, by the way. We just made the low there on SpaceX and it bumped right back up. I might have got out of a little bit more there, but it's not. Whatever. It's still at that 114, but I just want to bring that to people's attention because down it goes again. And, it looks like we're getting a little bit of a bump, so that's nice. A little bit of a bump there on Intel now, just off that 92. So this is definitely going to be looked at on Monday, man. No matter what happens in the next 20 minutes of the day, we'll have to look there. Did CNET open back up yet? Yes, it did. So here's another name, CNET, that we could definitely have a quick look at today. Breaking underneath that dollar there, not good news, man. And that out rate there would be 80 cents. So right here on the daily chart, 80 cents there for CNET. Watch out now. If you're in that name, that could break lower through there as well. So CNET not having the greatest day here either, only down 8%. But if you got caught up here during the Halt Fest, you're not pretty happy with that name. And again, Stack is now 750. Going lower. Let us know if there's any other, there's going to be lots of names you guys want us to look at, so we're here to do that. Unfortunately, like I said, Google's just doing nothing. If anything, right back there, we got another piece out for the lows, it looks like, and now that's trying to go. Amazon, we're very, very light on Amazon, thinking about just tapping out of that one and not worrying about it. SpaceX, we were just in and out of it, so like I said, fine with that trade, no matter really what happens there. Palantir is kind of sad because we made that low and then that happened. But at the end of the day, man, wow, Palantir got pretty juicy there. What was going on there? The market definitely did make those highs at 3 o'clock. Or at 2 o'clock. Why didn't anybody know? Actually, no, that was 3 o'clock. Wow, Palantir shot up there. Was that something the president said? I don't know. And then all the way back down into 123 now. So look out, Palantir possibly breaking that level. Yeah, what's up with that? That was a nice move there with some decent volume on PLTR. All right, China is getting very big in nuclear energy. Yeah, no shit. China's getting very big in everything. Like, why would a nation with such a great GDP, tons of population, tons of technology, extremely educated,
huge energy demands,
right? Like, of course,
China.
like China's getting very big. Just insert sector here. We already talked about their cars, how they're infiltrating sort of the EV space that used to be primarily U.S. with Tesla, and now people are. Guys like Sharif and Randy always talking about those different BYDs and everything. So, yeah, thanks. You're welcome.
Shout out to you, Kennerly Properties, Inc. There, the company name. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you. As we wrap things up, by the way, the Halt band is like $5 on Stack. Someone was asking in the chat there. I'm going to exit out of Lucid. For all this mess, I'll be flat on Lucid today, and this is why. That's the worst wick out of all time. I'm still in this SLV, but I don't know. It's kind of stopped moving. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's like short the pop,
Cheese
and
in
this
a
thing
chair
is just
has
now
the
going
best
sideways.
thing.
Oh, throw it up here. Cheese in a chair.
This is a great one.
Main man.
This is a great one.
You Canadian Fruit Loop lovers, that's true. Do realize
Frosted
that
Flakes.
Fruit Loops are delicious. Man.
Fruit Loops are very delicious.
It's just a matter
I
of
haven't had
time
cereal
before
in
Trump
forever.
finds out how much money the U.S. spends on snow removal thanks to Canadian cold fronts. Brace yourselves, Canada.
The only
That's
thing
right.
is like there's so much snow in the United States. I think we should tariff you guys for snow. Like,
Yeah, Minnesota gets it way
like,
worse than
coming up
us.
from you guys
Yeah.
down there. You know what? Check out Buffalo. Like if you guys live
Bro.
in upstate New York, then you hate life during the
Yeah,
during the
it's
winter.
worse than here.
Here is nothing. Our snow is actually minimal. I think I
in the
shoveled
in the
twice.
GTA.
I think I shoveled twice last year.
Hey, it wasn't this. Yeah, you're right.
I don't even know
There
why
were-
I'm shoveling when I have 2 kids. But
There's only one snow day.
yeah, exactly.
There was
School-
one snow
yeah.
day all winter.
Yeah, my son was like, every day we get in the car and he's like, okay, so it's snowing out. He's like, okay, how many inches or whatever are we getting overnight? And he looks in his phone. He's like, oh man, that's not enough to cancel
Ain't no
school.
snow day.
That's not enough to cancel school. So that's what he's doing right
So this
now.
is great. Go tobogganing.
Yes. Yeah, he just wants to chill out with his friends and start like sniping people in Call of Duty or something. But yeah, I love those going out.
See,
on
that's
the
what they do
toboggan.
now instead of going out and having a snowball fight.
Yeah, well, snowball fights now. You're caught like with a snowball in your hand at school. It's probably
they
like
don't let- they-
expulsion or something.
No, straight up, they don't
going
let
on,
you
man?
throw snowballs.
Too many woke teachers out there.
How you? What is the point of living in Canada if you can't have a snowball fight at school during recess?
What's the point of snow if you can't do that? Forget about the whole
What are we
Canada
doing?
part. The whole thing is, well, you know why.
Well, I know why.
Yeah,
I don't
you
have
have
to
little
like- I
shards
don't
of
have to
ice in
like
there,
it.
and your daughter gets hit in the face with a snowball.
Dude, I had a friend who
Emotional
took
damage.
He took one of those. It was you two whatever. It was a chunk of ice.
Yeah.
And he took one in the face, and we all freaked out because you realize once they hit him like thud, and he comes up, and like you could see it already starting to swell up, and without even blinking, we're in like grade 4 or something.
Yeah.
Gurkamal was his name. And he picks up a ball of snow and just goes right back to fighting. Dude had a black eye and everything. He didn't give a damn we were having so much fun.
no.
Plus, too, there's snow and ice around, so you just put some snow on that bad boy and
My guy's a snowboarder, so he actually likes that.
Come on, man.
I do got to give a shout out here because there's this one dude in the chat here, Kilgore Trout. He's always talking about sunscreen. And yeah, hey, when it's snow outside, you got to make sure you have the sunscreen on. Like that snow reflects the sun. It's really super bright. Tobogganing and everything?
You put sunscreen on when you.
No, you can get. Well, I mean, most of the time you're wearing something covered.
Because something, but
No, but the sun.
everything will be covered.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be warm outside. is
I
what
know,
I'm
I'm
saying.
just- but I'll be all
bright
covered
sunny
in the
days.
snow.
It's like when you're in water, like how it reflects into. Anyways, okay. Let's
Let's put it this way: toque, face mask, like and everything. You're not seeing any skin on me when it's like minus 20 outside.
Oh, here we
Straight up.
go. Okay. Well, first of all, we got to find out if Sia has any more capital left to join your OnlyFans. But thank you, Easy Peasy there. You're copying the trades and the OnlyFans account. That's all right. Over there, you guys can go look for yourself. But thank you
If you're in
so much to Easy Peasy again. Thanks for listening.
Shout out to you, Easy Peasy.
I didn't know actually anybody's listening to what we're saying, but thank you so much for that one as well. And I just called up FXI here only because we haven't really talked about this. I called up FXI because of China talk, right? This is the China 100. This is the major ETF. So if things start to ramp up there in China, we talked about this yesterday, with Kimi and all this kind of stuff happening now. Like they're producing large language models at like 5% of the cost that all the big guys are producing them here. So, you do have to think about the fact of what token costs are going to be and potential China. I think that there is, if they can talk friendly on trade with President Trump. Remember, President Xi is coming here at some point in August. I can't remember the exact date. I feel like it was August 20 something. He'll be here talking with Trump. So definitely there'll be some China talk then. Maybe position yourself accordingly in the FXI before those dates happen. What's up, Sia?
We'll
Back
go
there. I mean,
right
I was
back to
looking at
Sia in a
SpaceX
minute.
earlier, and you're just,
Yeah,
it's not doing a
it's not
whole
really
bunch
moving
there
it,
today, but it is down 3%.
Unlike Uber.
give us a thumbs up in the background, Sia, when you're ready, and I'll just throw it immediately. Oh, battery died.
Uh-oh.
Don't
Battery
run.
died.
Do not run. We don't
There's
have
no-
any
do not
insurance.
run.
Do not run. Please do not run to get a battery.
There's a bad history of
Back.
traders running on the trading floor.
No, I just
Remember
don't
that
want-
dude? There was a dude who was like, he refused. He was doing all the morning, actively trading.
Why are you running?
And he didn't want to miss anything, so he got up and wanted to sprint to the bathroom. And when he was taking the corner out to he dropped like an absolute rock. Gets up and then accidentally clips himself on like a desk.
Yeah,
like his leg was all bleeding on the floor. It's like, why are you running on the trading floor? You're saving yourself 5 seconds. Anyways, back.
I think it was China that killed her battery because he's about to report something. Oh, it's SpaceX.
China?
SpaceX. It must have been Elon killed the battery.
What's that guy's name?
All right, what's up, Sophia?
Am I audible? Yes, I am. Okay, let's talk. SpaceX, SPCX on track for Starship's 13th flight test later today. The 90-minute launch window opens at 5:45 p.m. Central Time. That means around 6:45 p.m. in the Eastern Time. CT, so live coverage will be starting 30 minutes before the launch. SpaceX is not reacting to this at the moment. SPCX down on the day 3.5%.
Told you, Sia's out of breath. You know, she's trying to report this thing, almost killed herself running around over here. And the reason why we should never run Sia around here is because we track things in from outside. So like the minute, it could be a rainy day out there. Next thing you know, you're slipping on a puddle, and the rest is history. So
plus two, and
I'm just trying to look at.
I'm gonna out some of the production crew. Like there's these like stools that'll be just randomly laying around.
That you kicked over the other day.
I literally like busted my toe on one of them. That they just leave in the middle of the black floor. Whatever.
Guys, to my defense, it's very sweet that you care, but I used to work in a restaurant and I wore non-slip shoes and ran around, and I actually fell with a whole plate of cutlery on myself. I don't think it gets worse after that.
So you did fall and cut yourself.
But it can, I mean.
No, not cut. I fell with a whole set of cutlery on my head.
It sounds worse. Now you have knives flying at your head?
Imbalances around here.
This does not sound good there.
PPL sell 4.4 million shares here is nothing crazy. Grab is 1.2. Wendy's 1.3 million to the buy side. I don't even see any big cap tech names here. I don't know.
I'll give it to Sia.
If anyone cares about Open
shoes.
or Walmart, they're 800,000. Nvidia is only 800,000 to buy. So nothing burger is on the analysis.
The no slip shoes seems responsible.
Well, that's what you should do.
I like that one there. So SpaceX going upside right now, but not really doing too much. Neil just went over these. We don't ever see this Wendy's. Right there, go grab a Baconator maybe, but I don't see what's going. Oh, what the? Okay, that's a downside. That's a downside play there for that one. Yeah, they have dollar Frosties right now. Nvidia, okay. A little bit of a bid there coming at the end of the
SpaceX
day.
is a buy.
Yeah, SpaceX is a buy.
390,000 buy for SpaceX.
Yeah,
330 for Tesla. Those are all pretty.
There goes SpaceX a little bit. I can maybe zoom in a bit here, and we'll see what's going on. So a little bit of a bid there for SpaceX. Of course, we get stopped at the very lows. No surprise there, and also no surprise here. But Palantir's made it all the way back, but that was a bad out, and there it goes upside. But again, following rules, it happens what happens. And then Uber with some news today, and that may be a story for Monday, man. Like I think that was just a financial post, but once that gets out there and tweeted out and confirmed and all that kind of stuff, maybe out of the mouth of Waymo there, then we'll see, because I think it's more downside for Uber. I do not like what's been happening with that stock. This is now 6 or 7 straight down days. I'm still going to beat myself up over 80 because we sat on the show here and talked about getting out if we ever got that chance, and we didn't do it. This is on Nancy Pelosi buying it. Wait a second, Nancy Pelosi bought this thing. Where's the Nancy Pelosi ETF? Because I got to find out if she's still in this.
What's it?
I have no idea. Pels, I think. But there it goes into the down, or something Dems. Is it Dems? Hold on a second. Dems. Is it Dems? No, Dem.
I'm just going to look
Dem? I don't know what it is. There is an Nance.
Oh, it's Nance.
Oh, Nance. Okay, so I was close with Pels there.
Yeah, unusual whale, subversive, something.
Okay, so anyways, the low is happening right now in Uber.
What is? Oh, that thing does. Really? That's actually doing pretty good. The Nance ETF. That's not a bad look.
She's not worried about Uber with that look right there.
Look at this chart. Okay, well, whatever. Thank you for the super chat here, Blunder. Any insight on when Beyond Meat will pull a stack? Never. Why would it? So I hate to say this, but the common thread on these squeeze names for today and most of this week is they're either like Chinese or Hong Kong companies. So if that's the litmus, then I don't see how that does anything. Just being a penny stock that's depressed and having a short float is not enough to get you going. I don't know necessarily if it's just something subversive where you have like trade desks or a firm that soaks up the flow and then pumps social media or does whatever they do to get this going. But what would the incentive be to do it on Beyond Meat? Like they do it on these ones that have these infinitesimally small floats where they know you can pull this off and get a real squeeze going. So Beyond Meat's probably not going to happen. Only about 5 minutes to go here. That SpaceX is pairing off. What's Intel doing? By the way, Stacks is not even halting. It's open. It's been open this entire time. It looks like it's gonna trade into the close. Just tag 10. It's back at 9. Intel looks like it's gonna close at $92.
Oh God!
What a reversal! That's unbelievable. That's 20% from top to bottom last night. 114 to 92. Unbelievable.
What else reported today? We had AXP reported today.
Yeah,
We can have a look to
AXP
see.
as well.
Okay, that kind of went fine. That's kind of where we opened. Okay, AXP closing where it opened, so at least that's fine. Not too much hit there as well. All right, Stack is now above 10. We just got that OTLK look there. Hey Juan, how's it going? OTLK, Outlook Therapeutics. So the look is after hours mover. Yeah, I mean, definitely possible. But, you know, you like to see volume picking up into the close. If anything, it's kind of dead a little now on OTLK. So, yeah, I don't know if there is too much movement. I would say, yeah, back up to 180, you know, possible for sure. I mean, to sit here and say nothing is going to happen. The only thing is like, what you're really looking for is look at the way this is moving. And then if you look at the way Stack is moving, it's just a completely different story altogether. Like, once the bell rings, when the bell tolls, you're going to see like no more volumes. All the market makers and hedge funds and everybody that's like sort of toying with this right now are going to be gone. So they're going to let this thing float higher or whatever. Then there's no halt. So there's no way of saving you on the short if it starts running against you. Only going to have to wait for Monday and then margin calls and everything. That's why sometimes Monday morning or whatever the time or day is, you do get sometimes that little you know, spike up early, like 7 a.m. or whatever, once people get liquidated. So we'll have to wait to see what happens with Stack. I'd say there's much more of a chance of just craziness in Stack than OTLK, but yeah, still a chance for sure. Only up 8%, so I don't think people are scared. It's Stack people are scared, right? It's the panic that creates the movement in the after hours.
Yeah, the problem with OTLK is it's actually on news. Like it's a traditional story. It's a small capper with a drug trial and a positive result, and it's going to move within some sort of normal bounds. Stack is breaking all of the rules at this moment, and that's what makes it unique. 355 hit, but there wasn't anything big to revert.
No, not really.
So outside of this, which is still a big sell, why is this a big sell? So PPL, for what it's worth, is moving like 10, 15 cents on a 4 million sell and bounce. You've got Intel. Intel wasn't there before. Now it's 1.3 million to the sell side. 1.3 million sell on Intel. 8% to the downside here on that bad boy. I got out of my silver trade, but that's basically it. Barely even moved.
It's too bad Adara's not here because we have a story about Warner Brothers here. The New York, I'm not sure. I don't know who exactly. Attorney General, maybe.
It would be.
Yeah, this is on Benzinga. I'm definitely hearing this guy right now. Attorney General, I guess, not liking this deal here and threw some shade on it. So Warner Brothers, the news is old.
They're one of the states suing.
Yeah,
so
definitely old news here.
New York is one of the ones.
Nothing, but that's the creation of a little bit of volume here around 3 o'clock. So boom, shakalaka to the downside there for Warner Brothers. So if you were just interested in that story, yes, Sia?
Sorry about that. But for WBD, they're just like commenting the same thing that came out a couple minutes ago and reiterating. So also that I'm seeing right now is that the trial outcome, the deal will be paused until trial outcome or June. So June of next year, that means.
Ooh.
Okay, so there you go. Good story there, Sia. Thanks for that one. Yeah, we'll wait to see what goes on there. But I got out of Google here. Again, we were pretty good there. We were long. So we got out right there at VWAP on that little spike. And we also got out of Amazon, which turns out to be fine as well. So good trading there on Amazon and good trading on Google today. My two top stocks. And the worst stock, we're only really red on, we're red on SpaceX too, but we're just red on Intel. Intel's been a disaster today for me, going long early and then boom to the downside. So yeah, man, without Intel, we're fine, but with Intel, we're not. So there goes Intel. We're red, but it's not a big day. We've made back almost as much as we lost on Intel there, but we just couldn't get it there at the end of the day. We did lose just a little bit there on SpaceX. Palantir was fine. Uber was fine. Everything else, just not too much action here today. Despite the market doing this, I have no trades on the TQQ, so that's kind of interesting. Another one here?
Nah, you just...
Okay.
Right
at 4 o'clock. We done.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go here, and I'll tell you guys, it looks like you're going to close above 8, but I don't know, without any real gusto here on stack. I mean, it's bouncing a little bit, but it didn't fall. It didn't fall apart. Like, that's the good news. Like, it's not exactly falling apart going into the close. I saw something about holding over the weekend on this. All I can say is, good luck if you go that route. Obviously, you understand the risks. Anything can happen. Like, they can gap down. I don't know about an offering because I didn't look into it because I'm not trading it and I would never hold it. But that's one of the things that you have to be concerned about. Like, that's your primary concern, but also just the fact that it could flat out gap down to any price, or gap up to any price. And even at 4 o'clock, when it can't halt, this thing could fly $5 up or $5 down, like almost instantly. So you gotta be careful with that as well. Great super chat here from Heidi Ho. You're doing a great job, Sia. Yes, you are. Sia filling in for Adara for 2 days and doing a great job with it. Of course, she's on every other day as well.
The ES is going to be zeros. There we
exactly
go.
Flat?
Sia. Yeah, ES right now is zeros. We had that poll up earlier.
It was green.
I know, but it's like so funny that the poll was, will we get to green? Looks like it'll be a momentarily decision right at the close there.
It's not going to make
what
it.
winds up happening now. And yeah, it's been a little bit of a brutal day for sure. In the NASDAQ. Everything else seems to be fine, led by banks. Here's stack right here. 30 seconds until that U.S. market does wind up closing for the day. NASDAQ down. Oh, there it is. The ES is positive. Will we get there? We can keep it up and just have a look. 0.3 right now with only 20 seconds left. Looks like we're going to hold it. We'll make the official call right at the close. We have now 12 seconds left. It's trying to hold.
It's good.
Oh, and by the way, SpaceX running into 115 right now. A 5, 4. Thank you so much to Origenics. 3, 2, and 1. And yes, there it is. It is official right now. 0.3. So we do close in the. We do close in the green there for the. Get it off the screen before it turns red. Oh shoot, it's red. No, okay, it doesn't matter. We already made them. They're down 0.02 right now. There it is. Andre doesn't know what to do over here. Just keep going back and forth. But yeah, good show overall there at the end of the day. Yeah, SPK still trading. It's still not doing anything. It's $9 right now into the close. But yeah, overall good. It's 1 o'clock somewhere, and it's about to be that time at my place. So that's going to be fun there today. And then, like we said, baseball on the weekend. Maybe you'll go to Wonderland. Maybe
as long as the weather's nice.
Sia, what are you doing?
That's what I'm talking about.
What am I doing on the weekend?
Sure.
I took a complete off from my other job, which I'm really excited about. So I get to sleep in. I get to take my grandma out. I think I'm going to take her to the island as well.
Nice.
But I have a party tonight, which I'm really excited about.
Ooh,
in
good.
a long time. So yes, excited about that.
Like a house party or like a party?
House party, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, those are the funnest ones.
Yes, they're the best ones. I do not like clubs at all. It's a home.
No, you don't like what?
I don't like clubbing.
It's all about the clubs.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, once you get past a certain age.
I was told by someone in the chat, so I'm just going to give it over to the guys. But what I'm going to say right now is see ya later, everyone, and have a good weekend.
How come when I say that, it's like everyone's like...
Everyone groans when everyone else
so
does it.
cheesy, but yeah.
Yes.
See ya right there. We will see everybody on Monday, that is for sure. Michael, you got any plans this weekend? No. Okay. No plans for Michael this weekend, but yeah, we have plans. Any plans over there, anybody? Andre, what are you doing this weekend? Working out.
You're working out.
I mean, that's
Andre,
very
Assassino's gonna hit the gym. Yeah.
Right, like all weekend. This guy's gonna be a Andre may be Sharif.
He's stealing a page from Sharif's
and
book.
resting. Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe no carbs. I mean, if you're gonna be stay as much far away.
Oh, I'm eating carbs.
Okay, good. Andre is very
knows
pro
what's
carbs.
up. You have to
Andre's
be pro
very,
carbs.
very
That's where all the
pro
delicious
carbs over there. So, all right, good show. We'll see everybody then again. Tiffany, thank you so much. Fabian, Sia, everybody, thank you so much. Adara's back, but you're here on Monday as well, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dual threat on Monday. So thank you to everybody, Ramin, everybody included, Brendo, Sharif, and Joe. Everybody have a fantastic, and one, shout out to one as well. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. And we will see you back live right here.
Monday morning. Big earnings week.
At 8 a.m. Rest up.